Dog.
Breakfast.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! How did you do that? Whoa!
If you speed that up, you look like you popped someone's lights out. Wow.
Okay, dog is. He's gonna do it. He clapped! He clapped! Woo! There we go. He clapped, guys. Let's go. So hyped.
All excited. The smiling face. Little hand stuff.
Now it's the other guy's turn.
I think you already clapped earlier.
I don't know what this meme is. I don't understand.
Did you not clap? Have you clapped yet, Snake?
Yeah, I did it first. I did it like a minute and a half ago.
Oh, damn it! Now I have to. Okay.
Typical Sonic having ADD.
Can you clap again, Snake?
That's me, actually.
I need to like Yes! On screen live, everybody. Let's go! Woo! Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Kombat Kings, and today we are going to be talking about. The Invincible title card is going to show up here. This joke is not old. Yeah, totally, haha.
You did that 2 episodes ago, Sonic.
You interrupted, Snake. How dare you? But before we talk about Invincible versus,
we're going to talk about better games.
These games aren't even out yet. Damn. And the first one is like a movie.
Hey guys, look at me. I'm Snake. I stand up while doing the podcast. Ooh, woo. Look at me.
I'm so cool. I'm totally not repping my merch right now, baby. I'm totally showcasing all the memes.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna look for the Invincible one. No, there it is. There's the Invincible meme for my T-shirt.
Hey guys, I'm true underdog. Oh no, it happened again.
Oh no.
Why are we roasting each other in the beginning of the episode?
Because that's what they do in Invincible Versus. Only if it was Invincible Versus, it'd be like, yeah, dog, I stand up so I can kick your ass, you dumb fuck. And then he would say something very aggressive towards me.
You should have tripped and like got paralyzed. Or some shit like that. Like, what the heck?
You should have stood up while you had the chance, dog. You're not gonna get you after this.
Oh, you'll never breathe again. Well, you know, like in part 3, the famous meme where it's like, oh, you're coming closer. And it's like, I can't kick your ass without getting closer. That could be like the rematch between Mark and Conquest, where he's like, oh, you're coming at me? And he's like, I can't kick your ass without getting closer. Proceeds to do his best Anaconda impression and just choke him.
Oh, has anyone done that? You know, that old Last of Us 2 meme where one of the characters getting choked out? Has anyone done that?
I don't know. I want to believe. I want to believe someone has done that, but I'll look that up and I'll post it here if I find it. But regardless, before we get to Invincible Versus, there are a ton of other news that we want to cover, such as the last time we get to talk about Mortal Kombat 2, the movie, before we get to see it in cinemas, because a lot of news has happened about this movie. Basically, there's been a really early screening with a couple of people who have got invited to watch the movie early, and there's been a lot of reviews online about stuff.
Shocker of all shocks, none of us got invited.
This is facts. This is straight facts. To be fair, I can't expect to get invited after making like 3 Bald Jade videos.
So you reap what you sow.
The actress herself like sees me and she's like, who invited him?
You're sneaking in, trying to go unnoticed, and Shang Tsung's actor goes, "Stop him!
Stop him!"
Oh no, he's gonna drag you. Your soul is mine. And dog is gonna like get dragged over there, and then back and forth because it keeps getting cut, like the camera cutting.
The live feed is cut between 2 different perspectives rapidly.
Yes. But the interesting thing, however, is that like reviews are very positive. It seems like basically everyone who went to go watch it are claiming that this is better than the first movie. It is the movie that we deserve to see first. And I get it, Snake. Yeah. I get it that because obviously this is like critics and early screenings, so that's why it has to be positive.
No, I was just going to say that the specific quote I saw was the movie we should have gotten the first time.
Oh, okay, yes. Yeah. I've seen that quote many times.
But you are correct, Sonic. You should take it with a grain of salt because they all get invited to this thing, so you can't take it 100%. You know, they are a little bought off, just a bit, just a bit.
Sure, but at the same time,
it's funny too. I got roasted for not being a shill. Someone got I made that video critiquing the terrible posters, and they said, "Lol, someone didn't get invited." And I didn't know how to reply because that's pretty hard to
It's like
to counter.
You're
I'm
right,
damn.
but so I can't really rebuttal that.
I mean, I was gonna make that video anyway, but I thought I'm actually getting roasted for not being a shill. What backwards ass timeline are we in?
It's so wholesome.
And then I had a bunch of idiots saying, "You're a hater. You hate the movie." I'm like, God, people just can't watch the first minute of a video anymore, or if they do, they're doing something else because the first minute says the film's probably gonna be decent. I say it multiple times in the first minute.
I haven't even seen the movie yet. How do you even know you can hate the movie?
I just picture, that bit in Invincible when we find out that every mark in the multiverse pretty much just went evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But ours is the only one that didn't. It's like every dog in the multiverse is a shill except for ours.
Yeah.
What the heck?
The thing is, I will choose money over shilling every time, and shilling does not make you money because NetherRealm drip feeds you content. And the same with the Mortal Kombat movies. I didn't make a leak video for 3 years, and in exchange, I get one invite to a movie. Anyway, yeah, go ahead.
We must pave the way for Dog to be the non-shill path, guys. It's up to me and Snake. We'll try our best, guys.
You don't want to be a shill.
Yeah.
You do not want to be a he has a lightsaber there. Oh, nice. Actually, I just realized the lightsaber looks really cool.
It keeps changing colors, too. The actors were there. That was cool about the invite. That's the one thing I'm maybe tiny bit salty about is the actors were there. And that's cool. You could actually hang out with the actors. Now, to be fair, I hate celebrities, so I wouldn't have met most of them. But there's a couple I would have been like, oh, that'd be neat. Especially if my girlfriend could have tagged along because her and I watched the Sabrina show. And Katana and Jade are straight up from Sabrina. Yeah. So we could have been hey, we know you from Sabrina. Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm just picturing Dog being like, yo, I get to go to this Mortal Kombat event to get to meet Carl Urban. Yo, so Carl, what can you leak to me about the boys the last few episodes? And he goes,
that's true because it's not out yet by the time Mortal Kombat movie happens.
Mortal Kombat movie, I sleep. The boys, real shit.
Real shit.
Also during the, because there's a whole event with all the actors hanging out and watching the movie and chatting with fans. There was also a bunch of they all sat around and did interviews that just massively came out of nowhere because all the other YouTube channels, news channels have all started interviewing people, sitting down and asking questions about the movie. It's after 6 months later, then boom, we got hours and hours and hours of interviews, which I'm sitting through all of them for future video content that may or may not be useful for me. Nice. I will say a couple of interesting things about that, I suppose. Because I think the only one thing that Dog knows is the only thing that he covered recently. But other than that thing, which we will get to in our next topic, I thought it was nice that because there was a lot of actors who got interviewed before around October, Comic-Con and stuff like that, but not all of them, Josh Lawson wasn't there. So it's nice to see Josh Lawson being interviewed in these interviews next to Carl Urban, and they kind of riffed off each other while talking about things about the movie and stuff, and it seems really cool. Unfortunately, I will say there's a lot about the movie that you hear in the interviews that I kind of don't want to say here because it's straight up just oh, that's a spoiler. Oh, that's something to get hyped about and stuff like that. That's because I watched through about 3 or 4 hours of these interviews, I now know our Mortal Kombat 2 bingo card about 4 of them that are either checked or not checked. By sitting through these interviews. I'm oh, I guess that checks or that unchecks that one off the list now.
Yeah, things get a bit more loose with it. The Twitter account have been following that, and they've been posting these little clips every now and then.
Oh.
And one of them, just at least in the description, basically just straight up tells you exactly how Kano still got his laser eye despite losing his Arcana. It just tells you.
Dang, I don't want to know that.
I've heard that Arcana are not mentioned pretty much at all in the movie.
Yes, so I have heard about
nice.
It's just going to be ignored, which is nice. Good. But we'll see how it turns out because we'll see how it turns out. Yeah.
I think it's funny how people are saying they really listen to the fans, and I'm thinking you could have done that from the word go. The first film could have just been a love letter to the gamers, but it was released during that weird time period where everyone was going against gamers, and it's no, the gamers don't have to be your audience. we have this other audience, and it's like,
well, no, dog, you got to understand, they need to actually take the fucking punch first before they can learn their lesson. As harsh
no
as
better teacher than pain.
Every interview I hear, now the producers are like, what's the greatest thing you thought about this new movie? Oh yeah, we really tried our best to adapt the games. We really tried our best to listen to the fans. We really put the things that they like into the movie. We listen, guys. We just recently, I'm gonna post it right here. After the early screenings, it's like, because Todd Garner loves using Twitter, and we love watching him post some funny stuff. He posted...
I'm excited to see how many video game attacks are in the movie, because I saw a few in the trailers, and that's cute. I like that when they actually include that. Go ahead.
Yeah, just like recently, Todd Garner just literally just said, I'm a good listener, right as the premiere happens, as if like, we've listened, guys. After the first movie, we've made sure to take that feedback. We made sure to give you guys like the stuff that you want and whatnot. So, like I said, I do feel like, especially like I told you before, a lot of these interviews now, the actors are coming out being like, yeah, that first movie, I didn't like this, I didn't like that, I wasn't a big fan of this stuff and whatnot. Like just recently, I saw Kung Lao, Max Huang, the Kung Lao's actor, come on and it's like, yeah, this was the movie that the fans deserved, especially after the first one and stuff like that. It's like, so it is very interesting to see how much more like pushing that they want to make sure that's like they want to get it right this time. It seems like
it would be funny if what he meant by that was specifically Kung Lao fans. Like last time he showed up, was kind of cool, died. This time he's really cool, doesn't die. This is the movie Kung Lao fans deserve.
Yes,
that was the same year that Kung Lao was also ripped in half by Shao Kahn.
True.
Like the year after he was like neck broken and drowned in Aftermath, and the year before that was,
Cynical Warlock made a fantastic video on Kung Lao recently where he's like you only think you like the original Kung Lao. This whole video is about why like NetherRealm Kung Lao is actually better. But what I find funny is one of his rants, he goes, then after that Kung Lao proceeded to die in every single game and movie to the point where it seems like he's allergic to life. I thought that was super funny because he dies all the time. It's true. He dies 3 times, I think, in MK11 alone, which is wild. That's one game.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
It also depends how you qualify, because in the base story, he gets defeated by Liu Kang, presumably killed, and then his past self is rewound out of reality.
Yeah.
And then in Aftermath, Revenant has his neck broken by Shang Tsung, and potentially he drowns in the Sea of Blood, the present version. We don't really know for sure.
Yeah. It doesn't really matter either way.
So 4 possibly in one game.
Like 2 to 4 deaths in one game. It's wild.
The heroes of Mortal Kombat die more times than the villains, it feels like. Like, as far as repeat deaths in the same game go, which is wild. Not even Baraka's died twice in the same game.
So, the thing that you talked about of you want to see video game moves, well, I have heard interviewers talking about, oh yeah, we definitely are referencing cool moves and shit like that.
Carl Urban won't shut up that he did the splits. We get it. You're cool. You can do the splits, okay? Anyway.
I thought you didn't watch the interviews. Suspicious.
My buddy posted that in the group chat.
So, there is actually one thing that I'm kind of hyped about that I heard from the interviews, and you slightly see this in the trailer, so it's not that big of a deal that I say it here. Did you notice that there are literally some shots when the characters are fighting, it's like filmed like a 2D fighting game?
Oh, cute.
It's like the characters are like in this. Well, like there's some shots that'll be like this while they're fighting. You know, like the camera's like right here, and the 2 characters are like 2D fighting like that. You see it in the trailer.
Yes. Carl Urban is bringing his expertise from the first-person segment in the Doom movie. Very nice.
But are we gonna get a stage fatality? That'd be nice.
I feel like
they have to. They have the pit, and that's clearly just there so as an apology for last time.
This isn't too big of a spoiler, but they did send more fatalities. So I feel like it's like they said. Remember before, like 20-ish fights, almost every fight has a fatality. So I think for sure at this point. Cool. Bye, Ko Young. It was nice seeing you.
Speaking of video game attacks in movies, I just wanted to mention one thing because it keeps coming up, but I never mention it. I know that the Tekken Netflix show is not the best adaptation or the best show. But what's interesting is almost every single move used in that game during the fight scenes, in that show, is straight from the games. Like from strings to pokes to like specials. Those are all straight out of Tekken. So it's kind of cute. My buddy, who's a huge Tekken nerd, he's also the feet guy, coincidentally. He was calling out every single input. He's like, yo, that's 4-2-3. Yo, that's a back 3-4. Sick. Oh, not that setup. He's like, oh shit, shoot the actual setup from Tekken 3. If we get that level in a live action film, that would be amazing. Like it's the legit strings the characters use.
That would be very fun to watch.
Where's this friend of yours from, dog? How do you know this guy?
He lives in Oregon, but he's my buddy.
Did he go down the Oregon Trail?
He hates that. He's gonna be so mad. That's the first thing you said. He gets so pissed that whenever people hear the state Oregon, he says, "Oh, Oregon Trail," and I'm like, "Dude, I feel your pain." Whenever I say Texas, people go, "The Alamo," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's pretty much just how it be."
Yeah.
That or Life is Strange, which is a game he doesn't like. So.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't know it takes place there. That's hilarious. Oh, Life is Strange. I know that.
Yeah,
place.
he was like, "Oh, why my?" He's like, "Why my town? Why my state? Why?"
From the interviews, like before we've stated, it's like it looks like I remember I've stated before. Todd Garner has stated these things that are like make it seem a little too good. So either it's going to be that good, or it's going to be he's way too like pushing this. It's not going to be that good, is what I'm trying to say. But it does seem like it's going to be a fun time based off of what the reactions are, based off of what people are saying. So I'm excited to see this movie. Like 4 days from now, from the time we're recording this. By the time this video comes out, it'll literally be like 2 days from now. So
my only fear is dialogue, because that's the kiss of death from video game movie adaptations. Because the action can all be good, like the actual overall plot can be good, the narrative can be decent, but the dialogue can be cringy as fuck, especially when you're dealing with Outworlders and stuff who talk in a very like old school Imperial kind of way. That can come off super cringe if not done well.
I bet Johnny Cage is going to say the word fuck more times than he's going to make jokes.
Oh shit.
There is something I know about Johnny Cage. Again, I mean, it's not the biggest deal if I say this, but he is trying to portray himself as like a washed up 90s actor trying to relive those glory days. So he is going to be trying to imitate like his 80s action hero like heroes and stuff like that, and it's not going to be very good. Like people are going to find that to be I mean the people around him are going to be like, was that really a joke that was going to be good during this time and whatnot, kind of a character. I'm not sure if that's going to work out or not, but at least that doesn't seem like it's going to say fuck all the time.
MK1 Johnny Cage is the best version we ever got, I think. The only downside is he takes too many L's, but personality wise he's funny because he makes a lot of film and pop culture references. He's not just doing like cringy, like, oh, I'm overtly too in your face about stuff. He's just funny in the background, which I think is cute. Go ahead, Snake. Sorry.
So don't worry, guys. Even if you're gonna find, I don't think Johnny Cage is gonna be bad, but we shall see. But regardless, Josh Lawson Kano is there, so he'll carry this. So you know, his lines will carry this, guys. So I think we're okay, at least on that department.
What I was gonna say is I don't know why we're at this point now. I guess it's like the part of the post-irony world we live in, where a character can't just do something earnestly. You can't just have a character like Johnny Cage can't just make quips and have that be his thing. Like he makes action movie kind of quips because that's what he knows, and maybe it's how he copes. You can't just do that. No, everyone has to go, well, that was a terrible joke, Jonathan Cage. Like he goes, like, get away from her, you bitch. And Kung Lao's like, what? How can you say something so sexist, Johnny Cage? He goes, it's an Aliens reference, you dumb fuck. It's like, come on, guys. Just let him make the reference and let that be it. You don't need everyone questioning him. What is the Red Wedding, Johnny Cage? Oh, you don't watch Game of Thrones? Because then you're dragging the joke out and making it worse. Just let the joke land. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. Just by itself.
It's fine. It's fine. You don't have to worry about some guy on Twitter going, wow, that joke was cringe. That one line of Johnny Cage, mate, that was cringe. Who the fuck cares? Just let him make the joke and move on.
Ironically, actually, I agree with you, but ironically, the two examples you stated, I kind of like the over-explanation, because in some intro dialogues, it stated that Kung Lao is a really idiot when it comes to like movie references. Like Ghostface will ask, "What's your favorite movie?" Ha! I don't watch any of those, and Johnny knows, or some shit like that. So I like those two jokes actually when they were.
At least it doesn't happen too much, right? I think he only has to explain it twice.
Yes, that too, dog.
Yeah.
They gave us some of the best Kung Lao reaction faces that I constantly use in my videos, so I can't take that away.
I love doing this one lately.
Yes, that one.
Do I believe the Injustice 3 rumors?
After the what's it called? After the Red Wedding explanation, Colin just does this. I don't know why I love that one.
Wait, Sonic, you did that Scorpion, didn't you? Or you had someone draw maybe Scorpion doing that pose. That was before that M1K, wasn't it?
Indeed, that was in 2021.
were they referencing the Scorpion meme that Sonic RXD made? Is that what they were doing in that scene with Kung Lao going?
What? As I was kind of referencing this as
Yeah.
Reaper from Overwatch's emo when he does the shrug, and I thought that was funny, so I commissioned to do that. And Kung Lao decided to even like the posture is almost similar.
Yeah. Die. Okay, we are so off topic.
Now, is there anything else you want to say about this movie? Because I have one more thing I need to ask you boys about, but other than that, I am golden.
I want to see certain characters show up, but that's about it. That have not been mentioned in the trailers, so that would be cute, but we'll see. Also, I got one more thing to say. It's not a big deal, really. It's not. But now that I've seen the Street Fighter movie trailers, I'm like, why do they get to have the sexy and we don't get to have the sexy?
Sorry, I misheard sex scene. My bad.
Yeah.
I misheard that.
Well, they got that too a little bit in the Street Fighter movie. There's the whole shower scene. But yeah, we don't get the sexy. And I'm like, why don't we get the sexy? Oh well.
I don't know. I prefer having a cast of characters who aren't half wrestlers and two famous actors.
You can have both. You can have both of these things. Those are not even mutually exclusive, Sonic. That makes no sense.
Someday we'll talk about the Street Fighter movie cast, and I think that'll be a very fun topic.
To be fair, one of those critiques was dumb. I saw someone say it's weird to have all these pro wrestlers playing the characters except Zangief, who's an actual wrestler, but he's not played by a pro wrestler. And I'm like, you need to be taken out to pasture and shot because that actor for Zangief is perfect. He fucking looks like him, 1-to-1.
They literally just
and he's
found
his size
Zangief.
and everything. Yeah. So I'm like, whoever said that,
Yes.
Unless Snake said that.
The Street Fighter actor, the Street Fighters are like, I'm not sure. There's a lot of questionable actors, and Zangief is that's just Zangief. They just got Zangief to play Zangief in this movie. Excellent.
Agreed. Very agreed. Also, everyone's being way too mean to Chun-Li. But yeah, we can move on. Everyone's calling her ugly. I'm like, she's not ugly. Y'all are fucking crazy. Anyway.
Yeah. So I need to ask you guys about something. This is a very important topic because this is going to relate to when the movie comes out. I don't know exactly what merch I can get yet in my country. I'm a little bit afraid that if I even can get like the Shao Kahn helmets and all that jazz. But there is one thing I know I can get is some of the posters. However, there is a complication with these posters, and I need your help to help me decide something here. So, did you guys actually notice when we were critiquing those funny posters last week, why there were so many special posters being made? Did you guys notice? It's like, why were there multiple different versions of the posters?
No. Why?
Because there's multiple different ways you can watch the movie. So the Scorpion poster is if you watch the IMAX version. The list of characters looking like Diablo, that's for the Screen X, I think, which is why it says Screen X on the top of it. And then the one where it's like white with the two sides like hitting each other, that says 4DX. So there's multiple ways you can watch the movie and get those special posters. Now, I was thinking, do you guys actually even know what 4DX is actually, by the way? Do you guys know what that is?
Nope.
Well, it makes it sound like it's going to be a 4D movie, but I don't think it is.
Yes. If you go to the 4DX theater, you sit there, and when the fights happen, your chair will rumble. They'll have wind blowing at you. They'll give you like the smell and stuff like
obnoxious.
that. It'll be like 3 times more expensive and stuff like that. It sounds very funny.
3 times more expensive to be taken out of the experience completely. No!
You're riding a roller coaster ride at this set.
Told you, dog. Told you.
No.
Well, that sounds like Sonic. It sounds like, oh yeah, buy the special edition of this MK game to unlock the feature to have vibration in cutscenes. That's what it sounds like. Pay extra for
the way
that.
they promote it, because you go online, it's like they really are rocking your chair like a roller coaster ride. And I saw like in the theater, they're like fucking putting bubbles up and shit like that, depending on the scene, or an Avatar or something.
Those have been around for a while, those 4DX theater experiences.
Yes.
Those were around when I was in like high school, and I'm old.
Yes. And then Screen X is a really obnoxious way of watching, where like you have the screen in front of you, and then there's like 2 other screens like on the walls, so you can look to your left and right as you're watching the movie. Do you know that? Have you seen that kind of screen before? Apparently, this movie has all that. Apparently, it has the
That's
Screen
wild.
X, it has the 4DX like type experience.
Sounds expensive.
Yes, it's like 2 or 3 times more expensive.
No, I mean the movie filming even sounds expensive. Yeah, but
I wonder if the
Perhaps.
fights, the editing of the fights, will actually be done in such a way where it would benefit. Because it's like, here's like basically 3 screens, but we are still cutting every like second while the characters are fighting.
It'd be impossible.
That sounds fucking agonizing to watch.
Yeah.
So they need to have actual real shots, like in an old kung fu movie, where it's just Just look at the characters for like 5 seconds straight, just as they're fighting, and it's fine. You can just do a wide shot. Otherwise, this just sounds like fucking terrible.
Yeah, I wonder if it's just gonna be like a very like extended screen. Like I just sent a screenshot of, like what a Screen X would look like.
Oh, that's interesting. It's funny because there's a theater in like Dallas or somewhere near where I live where it's the whole dome, like the entire dome is the movie, and yeah, I wonder how that would be. Too bad they're showing like, no, this is a good movie. Never mind, this is the good Spider-Man movie. Yeah. Sorry, I'm a pretty big hater of the first two Tom Holland Spider-Man films. I don't think they're very good. But yeah, go on.
So there's a really funny thing that like there is a part of me that kind of wants to go experience these 40x like versions of the movie. Now, obviously, if I watch this movie, I want to watch it in IMAX first. I'll watch it in IMAX first. I'll be like, that's great. Then I'll go do 40x. Then I'll do like the funny roller coaster ride shenanigans. The problem is I don't live near a 40x theater, and they aren't going to be playing it near me. So I can't literally go and watch it like where I'm at. But what I can do is send my brother to go watch it. Like, send him on a fucking mission to do this. So, this is where I need to ask... No, I'm not going to ask him to film it and whatnot. I just want him to get the merch and whatnot and then tell me his experience. But here's the question I need to ask you guys about. Currently, I have 2 options to send my brother on a mission to get merch for me and the Comic Kings. I want to show you guys. The first one is get him to go watch the 40x version, which... Here is the promotion for some of the 40x stuff. If you go watch it, which costs a fortune, you will get the 40x poster, the Screen X poster, and then the Johnny Cage poster, plus one of those on the bottom, basally.
What are those? Those posters too?
Yes, they're like the longer kind of posters on the bottom, which is kind of cool.
It's got my boy Noob Saibot on one of them.
True. Apparently, depending on which day you go to, you'll get one of those posters on the bottom. That sounds great and all, but here's the second alternative, which I might prefer a little bit more. There is also
Wait, sorry. Is that the normal people fighting logo?
Unfortunately, these are all English, just so you guys know. These are. Oh, you mean on top? Yeah. That's the Chinese of it. Yes. 真人2快打. That's what it says.
真人2快打.
Hey, you're not bad. That's not bad, dog. That's actually not bad.
Thanks.
So. Now for the alternative, which is the second one, there is a special Dolby screening, which is Dolby just means it's going to be a premium cinema concept combining Dolby Vision, HDR laser projection, blah blah blah. Just probably. Oh, and also immersive object-based surround sound. So it's a premium, better sound, better quality, I think, type kind of movie experience. But here's the important thing: if you go watch that one, you will get the Uncaged Fury poster.
Well, clearly that's the one to go for.
I was gonna ask like you two to help me like decide a little bit. So there's some pros and cons.
Sonic, we've established that every other poster for this movie is fucking shit except for that one. So go for that one.
Yes.
I was hoping it was gonna have the popcorn bucket and stuff, but I guess that's all gonna be separate.
Yeah.
I hope the popcorn bucket stuff will be available when I watch it in Taichung, because it's not even, we don't have the time here yet. This is like a special screening for like the special screens. That's why you can pre-order these right now. The problem with this is, so okay, you go to the 40x stuff, then you get to have the funny roller coaster ride stuff, and my brother comes back next weekend, so the next time we record our podcast, I'll have all these shitty posters ready to show you guys. Whereas the other movie, it'll be after the weekend, which he will leave, then he can go watch the movie. However, I won't have the posters to show you guys next week. So if you guys are okay with waiting a bit longer for me to receive the Uncaged Fury poster, then I might ask for that one. But if you guys want to see the posters, you want to see the shitty 40x poster like right now, and you want to hear my brother's 40x like movie experience, then I can ask him to go early. So that's the trade-off, basically.
Hang on. So we're supposed to be filming another episode this time next week, you're saying?
Yeah, for the movie.
When does the movie come out?
May 7th.
May 8th for me.
Right.
May 8th for America. Yeah.
Why are we later? This doesn't... It's our fucking franchise. Anyway. Some hot load of bullshit.
So we'll have 3 days to watch the movie.
Yeah. But the Dolby version comes out on May 11th, which is literally after the weekend. Like
Sonic, I need at least a week to force my girlfriend to watch the first one, so that then she'll watch the second one with me. You didn't give me enough time.
Just give her a synopsis. Just tell her like who dies and who gets their arcana.
She still won't watch K-pop Demon Hunters with me. Every time it's a struggle.
That's really funny.
Sonic almost spat coffee.
No, I'm good. Yeah.
I'll say this, dog. I think it would actually be beneficial to not show her the first one, because if she watches the first one, she's not going to want.
But if you tell her the second one is like
even
better,
if you assure her it's better, she's going to watch the first one and maybe go, yeah, that Kano guy was kind of funny.
Well, I don't know. She likes Sub-Zero.
I don't care.
I mean, she likes Sub-Zero, so maybe she'll like the first one for that reason, because Sub-Zero gets a lot of screen time. The blade.
So, anyways, what do you guys think? I would like some Combat Kings feedback of which out of these two do you guys think is the better choice? Is what I want to know.
Well, one of them gives you 4 instead of 3, but I mean the Cage Fury poster is pretty badass. So.
Right.
Yeah.
I kind of just want the Cage Fury poster. That's kind of why I want to go for the second one. But you do get 2 of the shitty posters, and you know they're funny.
The thing is, Sonic, here's the truth. You could probably just wait a day and get like a pirated one of these from your house.
Maybe. We have like a very like what's it called? Our country has for some reason a really heavy scalping like issue. So it's like
you don't say.
Everybody wants to try their best to get these fucking posters.
Our country, he says. Our country. As if there's not a massive issue with, like, Pokemon cards. And like, the shop I work at never has Pokemon cards. And as soon as they come in, someone comes in and just gets them all.
To be fair, I've never been to Sonic's country, but I've been to a couple Asian countries. And there's, like, entire stores dedicated to scalping, like, in public. Like, you can just go to a public store and they'll scalp right there. And I'm like, you're not even trying to hide it. Like, you have it, like, outside on your store. Like, we sell these.
Like, the phrase cheap Chinese knockoffs exists for a reason, let's just say.
It's like, oh, do you want this entire film on DVD already? Even though it's only in theaters right now. Do you want it? We had our buddy bootleg the whole thing. Here it is. And they'll actually go through the effort to, like, print, like, a photo and put it in the VHS, like, thing and all that, you know, or the DVD case. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, so what do you guys think? Do you any opinions about this?
I think your idea is better for Uncaged Fury. Yeah.
Okay, I'll try to get that Uncaged Fury, and I'll probably show that poster to you guys like 2 or 3 weeks from now.
I might do the opposite, even though I roasted all these posters. I may try to get the other one.
Right? It's like for collection
reasons. Although the 4DX experience just sounds miserable. Well, not just that, but these posters, I think, they just have more characters on them. And I like having a bunch of characters on my poster.
True. I think the thing is, I think if I watch the movie on IMAX regardless, I will get the default one with all the characters on it. So I think I'll at least still have that one. You know, I'll get the default with all the characters, and then I'll have the Uncaged Fury one. So I think I will have both. Hopefully. I'm gonna pay for IMAX. Come on, please, guys.
Please. Oh.
Yes. Please, someone.
I've never owned a Mortal Kombat poster. Just realised. If I had one, I'd probably get it framed, especially if it was Uncaged Fury.
Huh.
If I had that, I'd be like, yo, I'm getting that bitch framed. I don't know where to put it, but it would be the point just sat here in front of all these guys every episode. Like, fuck them, Uncaged Fury.
Or just put it on where all the Kamidogu are on the wall there. Probably a better spot for it. Just cover all the Kamidogu, because it's close to the camera. Yeah.
So, do you guys... There's actually one more thing I could talk about that I think is funny, or we could just go to Injustice. It's up to you guys.
What were we saying?
Yeah.
Oh. This is actually like a month old, but I just remember this and I thought it was kind of interesting. The whole... Because we kind of talked about the delay stuff. You know, like this movie got delayed half a year, 7 months, like, and whatnot. And there was this thing that, like, Todd Garner retweeted about a month ago that I thought was kind of funny. It was a guy kind of like... It's his own interpretation. He's kind of glazing like why this movie got delayed and stuff like that. And Todd Garner liked it, so he retweeted it. So I almost feel like Todd Garner agreed with it. But long story short, the video kind of talks about how the movie got delayed because it wants the summer release, and how they're way more confident. In fact, this is actually a lot. It's a challenge. This is actually like a more of a detriment for them to release it during May, because it's like there's going to be competition. It's the summer release. So the fact that they're so confident in this movie succeeding in May just proves like how good the movie is going to be, and how much more they know their competition is going to, like, they know it's going to be competition and they know they're going to win. That's why they're going to do it, like release it in the summertime around May. And I was like, what movies are happening around now? Because around October last year, do you know what its competition was? Do you know what movie was competing with Mortal Kombat 2 if it came out around that time? Predator Badlands.
Yeah.
Which actually may have been a competition.
Not very many things are coming out in May. There's like Animal Farm.
Wait.
The Sheep Detective. Sorry.
I'll tell you what's coming out in May that's competition.
Devil Wears Prada 2.
The Devil Wears Prada 2, which is released a week before this movie, so
which
that's
is
one of the
all
competition.
women, so not the Mortal Kombat audience, but
the demographic.
Yeah.
And then the biggest competition it has is probably Star Wars, Mandalorian and Grogu. That's coming out on the 20th. So I'm not saying that's not a competition, but like, you know, is it that big of a like? I'm just saying.
If the biggest competition comes out like 3 weeks after this does,
it's not competition.
That's not.
They're lying.
A lot of its money would have come in by then already anyway. So I don't think that's serious competition. Plus, you have to consider a lot of people have been really like turning away from the Mandalorian stuff over the course of like season 2 and 3. So
and Star
that's
Wars
what I'm
over
saying.
The course
that's
of like 5
I wonder
years.
if it's gonna be.
Yeah.
This isn't like, oh, the Mandalorian, the movie, right after season 1. Like,
speaking of washed-up actors like Johnny Cage, that's the Mandalorian himself. He's washed up in his own series because they've screwed him over so bad in the recent season.
But the funny thing is, by the way, June and July is actually packed. Supergirl, He-Man, Toy Story 5, Spider-Man. You want to talk about competition? Or like that is where it gets really feisty. That is where... Because like, I remember when times it's like, as a kid, there was Spider-Man 3 and Fantastic Four 2 came out like at the same time, and our parents had to be like, which one do you want to watch, kiddies? We had to make a decision. That's going to happen during June and July. But for Mortal Kombat 2, what other movie is happening around that weekend that you need to be like, ooh, should I watch that? Or Devil's Reporters 2? I'm not sure. So I just think it's kind of funny if you really try to think about it. It's just like, what's happening around that time isn't that big of a deal. Although there is another insight that I thought was kind of interesting. It's like, it does really feel like, based on the actors' interviews, like they are really talking about how this movie wasn't going to be that big of a deal in October, and because it's going to be a May release, that's why you're seeing a lot more promotions, a lot more like advertisements. People are now seeing a lot more billboards. That wouldn't have happened if this was released in October, like, because Warner Brothers didn't have a lot of faith at it in the start. So it's kind of interesting how now that reasoning of they can give it more marketing is a tiny bit true, because you do see a lot more of these things. And like, it's kind of funny, I heard this phrase, like, now this is going to be an MKU. Listen, I heard like one of the actors say that phrase, which I thought was kind of funny.
Listen, we know the actual reason. It's already been like explained. They wanted this quarter to look good. They didn't want it to be in the same year as the Minecraft movie. They wanted to have a big movie released the next year too, so they look good year to year. That's why they delayed it. Combined with the possible Paramount merger and all that, or whoever buys them, Netflix or Paramount, it looks good to have a big hit movie after whoever buys them. And it was going to happen before the film came out. They're lying. Those are the two reasons why they did it. It's not for competition, because like Sonic said, the competition's next month. So if you want to actually flex, maybe don't challenge the bully to a fight when you know he's on vacation, which is what they're doing. But
speaking of that bullying thing, there is a funny comment that I saw, because right now there's a lot of like Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter, and it's like Ludi Lin, the actor of Liu Kang, he does great interviews. I really like listening to what he says. He's fun. You know, it's very funny because when Paramount buys Warner Brothers, wouldn't that mean that Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat will be all owned by the same company now? So it's like, why the competition? In fact, maybe we'll get a Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter movie in the future because they're owned by the same like company.
Well, that's why you do want the competition. Like, the reason we got fun crossover games is because they realized, oh, these are both good. Let's put them like in the same game. That way it's like double the fan base. If there's no competition, then you're not going to grow. That's just how that works.
And I do think Mortal Kombat and versus Street Fighter the movie is going to be a fun competition this year. It will be kind of fun to like compare.
It's going to be very interesting because they're opposites. Like, they really are opposites. The Street Fighter film is very campy. It's very silly. It's going for that like goofy tone. Whereas Mortal Kombat is really trying to lean into, oh, we're serious because the games are serious, which they're actually not. Real fans know that. There's a lot of goofy in there. But they're trying to be like surface level serious, like the games are surface level serious. And
well, we'll see with this movie how
interesting.
Serious they take it. But yeah. Anyways, that we've stayed on the Mortal Kombat 2 topic for too long. Then let's get to the copium topic, guys.
Can I pee real quick?
Have you guys... Oh, okay, sure.
If we're gonna change topics, I gotta urinate.
All right, hurry up! Quickly, run! Goodness gracious, that camera followed him very thoroughly. Wow. Oh, hi. Now we're looking at his creepy camera. Like, oh my gosh. It almost looked like the AI was taking over right there.
That thing is not AI based. There is a guy in China controlling that thing.
What do you think about Emma Frost's new skin, Snake?
It's good. Pretty much because I played so much of the zombies mode that I already had enough tickets to get her as soon as like the day of.
Nice.
He was available.
Same.
I mean, it's been good for me because I got that, and then I bought the Loki and Iron Man Avengers 1 costumes.
Oh, cool.
So, because that's 3 characters I play, so I've got costumes for a character I play in each role. Which is fun.
Nice.
So I'm waiting for the fucking PvE mode to put in a character I actually play normally because I'm stuck playing Blade. One of my friends one of my friends is a Moon Knight main, who also plays a lot of Thor, so he's got them. The other friend is a Punisher main, so he's got him. And it's like the character I play most there is Squirrel Girl, and I don't like how she works in this mode because the flying enemies are hard to hit. So I just play Blade and just spin dash the whole time.
Yeah, he's still, the meta's the same. The meta's unchanged. I saw them trying to play him creatively in the trailer, and I'm like, I'm worried they nerfed him because he really was just right trigger and then like dash the character. I'm hoping they didn't change that, and it's like, no, that's still him. Good. He just spins.
I would say the higher the Nightmare gets, the actual meta, like, because you can play anybody and be successful, but the actual meta are like the range characters. If you play Blade, you will kind of suffer with certain bosses like Captain America and stuff like that. But
that's fair.
You can still make it work.
Blade, he apparently drops off at a certain point, but also some bosses. We had one where I was Blade and we're against Catwolf, but we didn't realize what exactly happened when the time runs out. And then it's like, he gets buffed.
He gets
he's
double
super
attack,
aggressive, and it's like I could basically do nothing against him because if I got in range, he would just one tap me.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
60, he would just one tap me, so we have to rely on the Punisher. And Punisher's strength is not fighting boss. No, it is fighting bosses, but this Catwolf was really hard to hit. He was really just jumping around like crazy, so he's just trying let me stop moving so I can shoot you in the head.
And also, if he aggroes onto you, he'll just run towards you, bam, 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 and you're dead. It's really funny.
That's why you always hope for Kingpin, because like the
he's pretty
the way it is like the tiers are Dracula, reset, Catwolf and Ratatoska, not too difficult. Kingpin, coughing baby.
Oh, thank goodness.
Which is ironic, given he's meant to be like the big draw of the season. But
the secret boss is the easiest.
Yeah, you get the rewards
so
for him.
Shit.
To be fair, so he's like he's the main villain when you play as him. Gotcha.
Well, he's actually the announcer. He's guiding you through and stuff like that. But then if you do certain
I was just making the meme where like in every game, whenever you unlock the main boss as a playable character or something, they're ass.
Oh yeah.
That meme. The best example being Dark Souls, when you beat Gwyn and try to use his weapon, then it's like, this weapon's ass. Why is this weapon so shit?
There's a lot of weapons like that. Yes. So, would you guys talk about some certain leak that may or may not relate to the Kombat Kings? Yes.
Oh yeah, me love you leaks.
So, basically, we've talked about this many times on our channel, so I don't think we're going to go too deep into this because until there's like an actual trailer or an actual official release, then we'll know when the bet is over. However, there has been a leak recently about how a certain artist working at the Warner Bros. Games showed their resume, and it accidentally kind of showed 2 games that may or may not should not have been shown to the public as early as it should have. Well, it's on a resume, so who would find out about this? Well, somebody did find out about it, and one of these things did say Injustice 3 on it. So now people have all kind of been going like, oh, that's another percentage. That's another stock market for the Injustice people here, unfortunately.
If you invested in Injustice, up it goes.
If you invested in the stocks, hey.
Stock go up. But the market can fluctuate. That's all I'm going to say, all right? The market is known to fluctuate. So, I have my own responses to this that I'm feeling pretty confident about, but I'll let you guys go first. Yeah.
Yeah, it's it's just like again,
Snake was like
it didn't sound like you were letting us go first because you interrupted me as I was going first.
Shit, my bad. It's just the delay.
And then Sonic interrupted me as I was pointing that out.
I know.
As I was trying to quip, I'm looking forward to seeing this artist's work in Hogwarts Legacy 2. The singular Hogwarts.
The Hogwarts Legacy.
Very excited.
The legacy of the one wart.
Hogwarts Legacy, yes, indeed. There is like a
I
TBD.
never realized how weird the name of that school is until now. Huh.
Warts. But then again, I feel like some of these things are obviously names that are only placeholders because Mortal Kombat 1, when it was leaked, because it was also fucking leaked back in the day, it was called Mortal Kombat 12. And when they accidentally had in the files, you can still see it being called Mortal Kombat 12.
True.
And Dog is probably going to say this, so I'll bring it up now. Your only hope right now is the fact that this Injustice 3 is the placeholder name, and it's actually a brand new DC original fighting game.
Yeah, which is what I think is going to happen.
That's what you're thinking, right?
Yeah.
And there's actually some other leakers that have kind of hinted at that recently and stuff like that, that this could be an original DC fighting game or DCKO related. Like, that's one of the things that people have kind of been mentioning.
Well, DCKO sounds like such copium because they didn't even keep that series going. So that sounds like extreme copium,
right?
But we'll see.
They just think it's a cool series, but yeah, I feel like
they think it looks cool. All right, you know the meme of Invincible fans don't F with us. We don't even watch our own show. That's like most of the DCKO fans. It's like, don't F with us. We saw a couple of cool Google images and we're fans now. And it's like, did you read it though? Did you read it though? Because it's so short. Fans? Well, I'm like the fourth Snake now. I read it and I'm like, that was rushed. And it skips so many things. You're kind of like, I feel like I'm missing a lot of, like, we're just gonna skip over that whole. Okay, because the first episode does a good. Sorry, the first issue. The first issue does a good job taking its time and doing the setup and all that. So you think that it's going to be paced that way throughout. Then it's like, oh, by issue 3 we skipped like 90% of the tournament and we're in the finals now. And you're like, what? But
you wanted to see the fights.
Yeah,
you wanted to see the characters.
Most of the characters have nothing to. I assume there's some tie-ins for that, but I'm just tired of this bullshit where it's like, oh, you have to read the tie-ins to know what's going on in the main book.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That's bullshit.
That's Western comics in a nutshell, unfortunately. Yeah.
The way it should be is you read the main book, you got the complete story. But if you want to know what was going on with this character at the same time, go read that. You know, Blackest Night, the comic event, didn't need to have Earth 2, Lois, and Superman in the main book. They can be reserved for the Superman book. That's fine. But I don't think they came back in the main book and then it's like, gonna have to go over there and check out that shit to find out what's going on.
Yeah, it's true.
It's fucking trash.
I think Spider-Verse way back years ago did it the best because the separate comics were not story driven. They just introduced the characters. So if you wanted to know like who the hell is Spider-Gwen, you could read her one-off comic back then, or Penny Parker, read her one-off and be like, oh, who's this character? But it didn't have huge actual plot points in it where you're like, oh, what the fuck happened? Yeah. Don't tease all these guest characters and then not put them in the main thing. Like, it's confusing.
Do you guys want to see these 32 characters all kicking ass?
Oh, yeah.
Well, fucking 24 of them are dead by the end of this first issue.
Exactly. I feel so bad for you, Snake. You made like a 40-minute video dissecting every character in their fights. Like, oh, this could happen. I'm excited to see this matchup and stuff like that. It didn't matter.
Yep.
The whole video didn't fucking matter.
They marketed it as if that's what it was going to be. Like if it's not going to be an actual tournament, don't make the tournament bracket promotional material because that's not real.
I know that like this comic has hijacked the conversation, but Snake touched on another reason why manga is kicking comic books ass, right? Despite having color and other stuff that should make them really appealing. This is one big reason why. Everyone says woke, which is also true. Like, manga is shamelessly not woke, and then like American comics are a bit woke lately. But another big reason is what Snake's saying, where you just can't follow it because you don't know where the story continues elsewhere in a different tangential comic line. And it's like, well, how am I supposed to know that I need to read this one? And so you're telling me, okay, I know what to read now. I know it's the required reading, but I have to go to a comic shop and pray they have both of these or like all 5 of these to get a full story. What if one's sold out? I'm just screwed now. You know? And well, of course, the joke here is that it's not going to be sold out because no one buys comics anymore. So it's not going to be sold out, but you know. Sorry, I've been to the big comic shop in Austin. It's amazing. It's a great comic shop, and I'm glad they're still around, but like those shelves are stocked. Like nothing is sold out. Then you go to the manga section, and a lot of stuff is sold out because mangas stay winning.
So Injustice 3, guys.
Yeah.
So my question is, so if the mechanics are the same, but they're just using a different setting, is that still Injustice? Like if they don't call it Injustice, but the gameplay is still the same, like if Superman for Injustice 2 carries over to his playstyle in this one.
Well, Snake,
it's up to you guys,
I'm glad you asked because since I don't want to lose the bet, I would say it has to be called Injustice. Yeah.
The thing is, a long time ago, Snake, you did say, I get it, dog, but Snake, you did say It has to be either Mortal Kombat 13 or a sequel to Injustice. If it's neither, if it's another DC fighter, if it's like a Mortal Kombat spin-off, if it's any of these things, the bet is off. I remember we did state that.
Yeah.
So the only exception I can think of is it's a new game, yet it's somehow in the story mode they're like, this actually does happen in like the Injustice universe, or like they do state that happened in the prequel and they reset the universe, blah blah blah, something like that. Like it's a soft like sequel to Injustice, something like that happens. Yeah. Then other than that, if it is just a brand new story, then I'm willing to say the bet is off. At least, maybe talk about this with Babe Ruthless, but that's what we said before. So you better pray. You better pray that this ain't Injustice 3. You better pray.
I mean, worst case scenario, I just gotta buy a game, which is no big deal. I just hate being wrong, so that's the main gripe. But I'm actually happy if we get a DC fighting game, and the more I think about it, if it's not Injustice and it's actually a brand new DC fighting game, that makes it way easier to move away from many of the core elements of Injustice games that were heavily disliked, such as the tons of keep away and the tons of zoning. And so if they make a brand new DC fighting game, they can make it more close in your face with like the run mechanics and all that stuff.
That's a good point, because like you said before, a lot of the mechanics from Injustice 1 and 2 were carried over, right? So it's like you play Batman at 1, you would know. Yeah.
And the story's over. Let's be real. The story's over. It's either the good ending, which is boring and it has like no real continuation. Snake's idea is good. Outside of Snake's idea,
yes, I do like
then
that a
you have
lot.
the He-Man story arc, which they're not going to do, obviously.
Yeah.
I know what they're going to do. It's going to be called Injustice: The Brave and the Bold.
Hell yeah.
It's going to be like, see, because The Brave and the Bold, it was a comic all about having characters teaming up. It's like Marvel Team Up, and that's what Batman: The Brave and the Bold, the cartoon, was. And they even referenced that The Brave and the Bold. I think it's Green Arrow and Black Canary's tag chapter in 2. And they're going to do that.
Oh, that's right.
Go, okay, well, what can we do to make this different, right? Okay, look at all these other superhero fighting games. You've got like Marvel Tokon, the 4v4 superhero game. Then you got Invincible versus the 3v3. You know what no one's doing?
5v5.
2v2 superhero fighting game.
True.
I guess if you don't count 2XKO, I guess. Yeah.
That's not superheroes.
Yeah, that's what I meant. If you don't count that, because they're not. Yeah.
So why would you? It's not superheroes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If you don't count that.
It's like, yo, Tekken Tag Tournament. That's super. No, what are you talking about, Mr.
Marvel vs. Capcom.
Listen,
Infinite
you don't want to do a
superhero
tag fighting game. You don't. NetherRealm fans have made it
Marvel
very
Infinite
clear
doesn't
they
count,
can't
that
handle
game
anything
died.
besides 1v1.
Unfortunately.
Marvel Infinite died a long time ago, Sonic. You have to let it go.
No, it's so sad.
Also, I would have been on board with what Sonic is saying or what Snake is saying with the 2v2. Any tag game, I would have been down with, except that we have way too many this year. We've got too many.
Snake, you saw the Rip. You saw the Rip episode, right? We were like, we got 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, 4v4.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Dog, do keep in mind, though, you're saying, well, they shouldn't do that because it's overdone at the minute. Did you forget what the last MK game was? And what the big twist was?
Yeah, true.
It's never stopped them before from doing what everyone else is doing, but doing it like 5 years behind everyone else.
Or in this case, ahead, I guess. But, yeah.
So let me, you know what, here's the thing. I'm going to send the worst case scenario in the chat right now for what we could get. That was loading. Do you guys see it?
The Snyderverse saga. That's cute. Batman ain't got no
Guys.
neck.
I'm so excited
there
to
twice.
see Gal Gadot and Ezra Miller
Yeah, there
back,
are two
guys.
Batman, and also, is that meant to be Cyborg down there? Why is he Darkseid?
Yeah. And also,
It's like-
why does
it's
Ezra Miller
Cyborg
look not like a
Darkseid.
twink little bitch boy? Because they made him look masculine
Because they
here.
have to recast because they can't. They have to distance himself from Ezra
Oh,
Miller.
they actually
From Ezra Miller.
recasted the Flash here.
Cute.
It's a
gotcha.
different.
I think even Aquaman is as well.
To be fair, they all look more
they-
manly here. Like, all of them
Yeah.
look more manly with this AI. Like, even Gal Gadot looks like she's got more meat on her. Like, in
That's
her
really
face and
funny.
stuff.
I just love the tweet saying, "Just accept this. Like it's gonna happen." On the bottom right, it says DC.
DC. By the way, speaking of Wonder Woman, I recently rode her roller coaster at Six Flags recently, so that was fun. I finally got to ride it.
Nice.
Every time I went to Six Flags, it had been closed, that particular ride. And I was like, God dang it, this is the new one. I want to ride it. And I finally got to. As my girlfriend
That's
screams, she
pretty
hates me
cool.
from the back because it's one person per row, that roller coaster. 'Cause
Oh,
it's one of the only single rail roller coasters. Instead of having two with like a wheel on each one, it only has one, and you ride the middle. So it looks like a lasso. like the ride, and it's fast as hell. And yeah, she's like, "I hate you," like from behind me. It was fun.
And Dog's like, haha, yes, I hear that from Reddit all the time. This means nothing to me.
I never go on Reddit, but I have a friend who tells me, like, dude, Reddit's talking about you again. And I'm like, that's cute because they got nothing to talk about, I guess. Like,
Damn, slow news week, is it?
What I find so funny about Reddit is there'll be one post getting mad at me for bringing up, like, the Overwatch costumes and why can't Mortal Kombat do this? And it gets, like, 300, 500 upvotes. But then the second most popular like post from someone else would be just glorifying like sexy artwork of a Mortal Kombat character, or being like, man, wasn't MK9 Katana like the best? And I'm like, guys, which is it? Which is it? Do I know what you want or do I not know what you want? It seems like I've got you guys pegged. You're just mad that I come out and say it, that yes, we want the sexy outfits back.
Because, Dog, it's not you they want to peg them. It's Katana or Melina.
What? True. No, what I was going to say was, like, the thing is, Mortal Kombat fans don't know what the fuck they want. Everybody wants something different. Like, all three of us here will be like, Mortal Kombat sucks, yeah, and we'll give all different reasonings that we don't even, like, have, that we agree with on. It will be like, oh, I guess that's your reasoning, that's my reasoning, that's like, which is their fault, by the way, for doing all that, but still. Oh, speaking of Wonder Woman, because you talk about the roller coaster ride, I am up to the point where Absolute Batman has the crossover with Absolute Wonder Woman in the comic series. So,
yeah.
You know. Off topic. I'm catching up with Absolute Batman recently.
That's actually a good example because of the thing Dog was talking about before, because there's a crossover in each series, and they do go in a specific order. Because one of them shows the first meeting, the other one is set sometime later, but neither one actually tells you which order it is. It's not like one goes, okay, read the other book to see the first part. So you have to piece it together. Like, I was reading one, I was like, oh, Batman got this thing from Wonder Woman that he's going to use here. I guess this is the second one. Thanks for telling me, guys.
Yeah.
So, like, yes, Dog is absolutely correct. It's hard to... One Piece is 1,000 chapters long. More than... I think it's like 1,100 by this point.
It's more than 1,000 now, yes.
That's easier to follow than this two-part crossover.
You say that, okay, but that's a bad example, Snake, because the anime has original filler episodes. And then people will say some of the original filler episodes are actually better.
Listen.
And then sometimes the original filler episodes will be brought up in the comics,
I don't care
in the
about the
manga.
anime, and I'm just being hyperbolic for comedy's sake.
I know, but you kind of chose a bad example. You know,
why are you trying to pull me up on this? Why are you doing this to me?
I do like what Sonic just said, because I didn't know that. But I also agree with Snake that like you will take two completely different things and compare them, and it's like, but Snake wasn't talking about that. He wasn't talking about the anime. He was talking about manga and comics.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean you guess so?
I'm just saying there is like additional content.
I loved your back and forth. Y'all did a good job talking over each other, but I could still hear both of you somehow, so that was funny.
Yeah. Dog, it's like in My Hero Academia around like the last season. It's like, oh, here's a movie character that shows up. Who is she? Watch the movie. You know, that does happen in One Piece, just so you know. It's like there are literally some in the comics where it's like...
Yeah.
No. I mean, even the Absolute Batman thing isn't too bad either. I don't think so.
The worst thing about Absolute Batman is all the fake fans that don't watch or don't read the comic, but just take single screenshots and like use it to create their own weird fanfic. And I'm like, that doesn't even happen in that scene. You're just making that up off of one panel. But oh well.
You know, Sonic, I'm looking forward to Invincible doing that exact thing next season when Elemental shows up, and it's like, oh yeah, Elemental, remember her? And people who didn't play the game are like, who?
Yeah, who? To be fair, even in the game they do that, which is funny. Yeah.
Yes. He is actually working on the spin-off comic like right now, apparently.
I don't want him to. All the stuff that he's doing himself originally is bad lately. I don't want Kirkman to cook anymore.
Yeah. So, right now...
Robert Cooksman.
Yeah. Robert, I'm ashamed of my own character as Kirkman. Anyway, yeah.
Right now, there is a ton of other smaller like fighting game news we kind of want to like just speed run through, basically.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna like get to them like quickly right now. Marvel Tokon just released a new trailer 12 hours ago, I think. You guys all saw it, right?
Yeah, and I see two reactions from my buddies, which is that, like, on the one hand, it's cool to get this unique version of Black Panther, but also I really want T'Challa. And I'm like, listen, you give me sexy spandex woman with butt, I'll take sexy spandex woman with butt. I will take it. Also, Hulk is fucking huge, and I'm scared of him. Like, I'm intimidated just looking at him on screen. And he can run. He runs, and he's that big. Yeah.
The Black Panther thing is really interesting because it's like so many pieces of media now are just not having T'Challa.
Yeah.
Because like there's a Captain America Black Panther game, which understandably, given the time frame, but even when EA was meant to be making that Black Panther standalone game, that was supposed to be a new person. Mm-hmm. Then you have this, which has Shuri. Like the only place you can go to play as T'Challa now are like for big AAA ones are Rivals and Marvel's Avengers, which was shit.
I guess Cosmic Invasions is not that big, and we don't really need to talk about the Lego games.
Was T'Challa in?
Yeah,
Cosmic
he was.
Invasion?
He was playable in that. Yeah, even though his voice actor from
that's
Black Panther. Yeah. So it's not like completely out. And here's the thing, like, the thing is, Tokon has already been doing this. Has already been doing like more out there characters since like Ms. Marvel and Danger and Magic and stuff like that.
Well, Ms. Marvel's not really an out there one, but yeah.
No, but I mean, in video games, we don't see them.
I see.
What I mean is like with Black Panther specifically, T'Challa keeps missing out because he's being disregarded for other characters.
I think the main reason it's happening is because Marvel, unfortunately, they have like this, mainly like Disney Marvel, wants to make everything as homogenized as possible. That's why even if you get like a birthday card with the Avengers on it, it's the movie accurate Avengers. They can't have their comic book costumes anymore. And it's like they're really trying to homogenize like everything. And it feels like they have their hand on this game. It really does. And they're like, no, we don't want T'Challa. We want the one that's in our movie recently. So put her in there.
Well, that's not entirely true because like the place I work does have birthday cards. And like when I see Avengers ones, it's usually like, okay, this card will have like Cap, Iron Man, but not even. I don't think Iron Man's on them anymore. I think it's like Cap, Thor.
Because Iron Man's dead. Yeah.
Black Widow, I think, is usually there as the sole.
Oh, interesting.
Or Captain Marvel, and then you'll have usually T'Challa and sometimes Spider-Man. But I think Spider-Man is mostly his own thing for the merchandise. But yeah, I do feel like that broadly they are moving away from the homogeneity because, like you see, like with Tokon and Rivals, like they get to do wild things with the characters. Whereas there was that period. Around the end of the Infinity Saga, where like MVC Infinite, the Avengers game, and a bunch of other things would just come out, and it would all be very homogenized, the same characters and everything, and it was so boring. Like yes, we get it. Thanos is a big deal. He wasn't that big a deal in the comics until the movies. I'm sorry, he was in like 2 storylines, and no one gave a fuck. He was more famous for the Thanos copter than he was for Infinity Gauntlet.
Wow,
come on.
And then there's also like the
plus the movie version's not even close to the comic version because the comic version is like a cuck or a simp for Death herself, and he just wants to kill things. Whereas in the movies, he has an actual motivation.
They reference more in the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite story. Somebody said
Fortnite?
no, that's Fortnite. Yeah, somebody said the design does look kind of like Fortnite.
It does. It's homogenized. Yeah.
Which I mean, I do actually still think her design looks really cool in the game, though. Like what they've done.
Yeah.
She does look pretty. She does look pretty sick, at least.
The Fortnite looks better, actually, but it is what it is.
I know. I just said the meme.
Josh Keaton's playing Spider-Man in Tokon, right?
Yes.
My little pog champ, come here.
Because he's also Iron Man as well. Like
he is.
Rivals.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Is he Iron Man in this game too?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's
nice
in there. Cause the trailer gives the voice actors, which I feel like the only company that does that in English is Arxis. It's very much like industry practice in Japan. You very often get trailers like, here's the characters, here's the voice actors playing each one. Whereas in English, you don't really get that.
Yeah.
But like Tokon's just like, no, here's the English voice cast. Yeah, Fred Tatasciore as Hulk, naturally.
So again, like we have another trailer where we have a character that's like, yeah, the Hulk, as we expected, and then Shuri Black Panther. Oh, okay, that's another interesting take. It actually, the other interesting thing to think about is like, if it was T'Challa Black Panther, I definitely could see it having a more of a different moveset. Like I feel like because it's Shuri Black Panther, it's like more spears and more elegant like movement and stuff like that. So even then, there's a little bit of difference.
Imagine so like, well, T'Challa goes around with claws, and who else goes around with claws? Wolverine. We've already got T'Challa in the game. Therefore, we have to have a different Black Panther.
I saw a tweet
that was really funny. Someone said that T'Challa, unfortunately, was in the wrong game with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite's render.
Yeah.
He came in the wrong game,
unfortunately. About Venom, too.
So
we
one
got
game
Venom
late.
in the wrong game.
No.
Like.
Oh, speaking about that, actually, we can talk about that here.
But to be fair, I like Venom in Marvel Infinite. The only thing I don't like about Venom in that game is one, they got rid of his iconic tongue attack. Like his down beat used to be a little tongue lick, and they got rid of that. I was like, oh, come on. Then they also got rid of his block animation. He just like does this in Infinite. He used to have that giant obnoxious shield with his crest on it, which was sick.
I think they have that in Cosmic Invasion, if I'm not mistaken. So they did bring it back there. I think.
So I'm looking into the voice actor for Shuri in this. She plays Bast in Marvel Rivals, which is
funny.
Is fun.
Go.
And I just need to quickly make sure I saw what I thought I saw. Is it?
May have gone
too far.
You didn't go far enough.
Lied on the internet.
Oh,
that would be funny though.
I thought it was funny how everyone's saying like.
I haven't gone. Yes. No. It's right. It's Cheetah from Injustice 2.
Nice.
Oh, cool. It's all connecting.
Nice. There it is. Well, there's only so many voice actors to go around. Oh, I was saying that on Twitter, people are like already memeing on Marvel Rivals because they're like, this game, Marvel Tokon, already has more black women in it than Marvel Rivals, and it's not even out yet. And I wanted to stir the pot so bad and type like ... How do you know she's not white? Because she's like fully covered in armor, like ... How do you know she's black?
Do you really think they're gonna do a Ryan Gosling underneath the armor? Do you really think they're
gonna
do that?
No, I mean just to piss them off. I just want to just trigger them. Like, how do you know? I'll even post a picture of that white guy wearing the Black Panther outfit from the official comic just to trigger him.
Can you really talk about representation if one of the characters is covered head to toe and you can't tell like at all?
They're gonna release the skin to show you the skin tone. Don't worry about that. Like they did in Marvel Rivals from T'Challa. I feel like. Because they're getting skins in this game.
Well, no, I know. I wasn't being serious. I thought it'd be funny to like trigger people on Twitter and be like, "How do you know that she's black?" And just have that white Black Panther like holding the hat.
This game also only has three white. There's only 3 white men in it. That's Star-Lord, Captain America, and Wolverine.
It's a really good mix of like guys and chicks. I've noticed.
Is Ghost Rider white?
That's a
he's
skull.
Hispanic.
That's a skull Sonic.
Okay. Wait, in the trailer, don't you see him like wearing?
He's Hispanic.
Is he gonna like have a human form and stuff like that?
That Ghost Rider is Hispanic. I will go on the record because I know exactly who that is. Yeah.
Robbie,
green.
right?
Iron Man and Spider-Man.
Hulk is green? Okay.
They're covered head to toe.
That's true. Hulk is not Bruce Banner, technically. They're different people. So you could argue Hulk is green. Yeah.
Hulk is green.
Because Hulk and Banner aren't the same person. They've been separated in the comics multiple times because they're two distinct people. It's funny how many fans of comics don't know that because even I didn't know that. I thought it was a new made-up thing, and I'm like, oh, it's actually been established even in the very first like Hulk comic that's his imaginary friend. Like Bruce Banner's imaginary friend who protects him is Hulk, and that's why it takes over when he's abused.
Kind of.
It's also a reflection of his like childhood abuse from his father.
Yeah, but it legit shows an outline of a big Hulk guy trying to attack his dad when his dad's abusing him in like the first like Hulk comic, and you're like, oh, there he is, like straight up, he's an imaginary friend, like he's right there in frame.
That was established from the very beginning. That seems that's something that would have come up way later.
Well, I'm just looking at the original like Hulk issue #1 that shows that like a little outline of his imaginary friend and stuff when he's getting abused by his dad. I think, or at least one of the early Hulk comics, because you can tell by the art style that it's old. But
yeah, sure it wasn't early on because I think back then comics were like 12 pages long. I don't think there was room.
Plus Hulk was gray.
Oh, yeah, I had an imaginary friend.
Yeah.
I see. So anyways, there is one other thing we can talk about for this is the fact that there is a tiny little teaser at the very end of the trailer which the screen goes a little green. And people like kind of like pause. What happened here? What did they showcase? And what they showcased was a flash of green, and you see because all the team members, which they already stated that these are the captains, Storm, Spider-Man, Captain America.
So Team Doom would be next, right?
Yeah, presumably. But you do see, like, actually, I'll find that screenshot for you right now because since we are talking about it right now, let me just quickly nab that screenshot. And also, they tease, like, the main villain. It's like, whoever wins gets to fight the champion. And it shows a guy, like, holding a cup like freaking Dracula for Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Yeah, who is that guy? Who is this man?
People are saying that might be a character called the Champion, which is like a really old Marvel character.
Yeah, I know him. He fought Thanos like straight up. He used to have the Infinity Stone in his head, I think, too. The red one.
Yeah, like that's a theory. Yeah. Let me quickly. Oh, here we go.
He fought the Thing to a standstill because the Thing had such indomitable fighting spirit that he refused to let the Thing lose.
Here you guys go. So you can see here. They crossed out Mr. Spider-Man's face, and you can see on the bottom left it says 361. That's what they estimate, and the specific 3 numbers could be a reference to the first issue that Carnage appeared in. So now there's a big theory that either Green Goblin or Carnage is going to be the next like Doom villain that they're going to tease. It's like because Green, he hates Spider-Man, a villain. Hates Spider-Man, 361. Carnage, maybe both, maybe Red Goblin. So now there's like a whole like theory
Red Goblin would be wild.
Yeah, honestly, any one of these sounds really cool. Like, as a fighting game character, I'm on board. That does sound very cool. But I will say it's really funny because it's like, we are left with Doom and Ghost Rider team. So Doom, the villains, Ghost Rider. I feel like the Ghost Rider team is going to be like Spider-Man. We're going to just put the rest of these random-ass characters into this team. Yeah. Wanda, Emma Frost, here. Go.
I feel like they've other than the Avengers, I guess, that they've kind of done these teen trailers in a specific order to what's going to have the most hype going for each one. Because the next two, we know one guy from each.
Yeah, so that's going to be very
cool. At least with Doom's team, it's like, okay, we know it's going to be just a group of villains. Probably like major villains from each of these are probably going to get like an X-Men villain and like a Spider-Man villain or an Avengers villain, something like that. You can speculate about that.
Sounds cool.
Whereas with Ghost Rider, it's like, it could be pretty much anything. It could be the Magic team. It could be the like another street level team. It could even be anti-heroes. Like, it could be like a team that's maybe a mix of heroes and villains. It could be anything. So
Venom.
There's a lot you can speculate about that.
Well, I would like Venom. Carnage would be cooler only because we haven't had Carnage in a fighting game, I don't think.
Exactly.
So that would be cool.
And also,
that'd be hilarious if he plays like 12, because I just realized 12 is like Carnage. He has the axe hand. He has a little blah, 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 where he flails his arms around and hits in directions. These are all Carnage attacks.
No, what if it's literally just a symbiote and he does that thing that I forget? I think it was Marionette in Darkstalkers, where when you beat someone in the arcade ladder, the next round you're controlling that person's body, and so it's like that person is a symbiote.
That'd be cool, but not very Carnage, because Carnage tends to only be Carnage.
It's 4v4 too.
No.
Yeah.
Just
cute idea.
Symbiotes.
And also, people have said it's like, yes, Carnage, you may think of him as like the scrawny little guy compared to Venom, but this is, again, Arc System's own version of Carnage, so who the fuck knows what we're going to get if they're going to do Carnage. It could look really sick. And whatnot.
I mean, Carnage's scrawny look is fine. I mean, that's kind of how he looks. I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, but I meant, like, I'm fine with all these designs that we've currently had from them anyway, so I'm excited to see how they depict Carnage or Green Goblin. Yeah,
the only design so far I don't like that much is their magic design, because it just feels like safe and boring. But aside from that, they're all really good. Even her demon form just looks like magic, but with red skin. I'm like, oh, come on. But I mean, it's because Marvel Rivals made it actually cool with like the devil goat form and stuff with the giant horns. Yeah. And it's like
too anime-y.
What it is, dog, is that you are spoiled by the Rivals version because it's immaculate.
It's really good.
The punk rocker look
it's
with
so
that
cool.
Incredible
I love the
demon
punk
design.
rocker look. Yeah,
it's so good. And so anything less than that, it just doesn't compare, unfortunately.
It's funny because her disco outfit everyone's wearing because it's like Gooner heavy, but like her demon form is what actually looks cool. Yeah, and that one with the glass mask.
I should look. I'll make sure.
That's why it's a shame, because remember, like, Magic's gimmick in the zombies mode was basically
she can be in that form,
stay in demon form all the time or never have it. Yeah. And now she's not in this mode to take advantage of that.
Damn.
My friend was always sad. It's like, I made Magic in the form. Why did they take her out?
I main Bruce, that one freaking Giga Chad who never transformed into Hulk. I main Bruce.
Yeah, the thing is, I actually feel so bad for Hulk mains and Marvel Rival, because it's like, Magic, tons of skins for her, both for her and her ultimate form. The Hulk, you need to make 3 skins. One for Bruce, one for Hulk, one for Monster Hulk. I think he hasn't had like a new skin for like the last half a year now.
Yeah, but he already has like 4. It's fine.
They have announced that he's gonna get a new recolor. So it's just like,
not to mention,
I feel bad for Hulk.
I don't want to be a hater, but a lot of these new Marvel Rival skins are kind of ass because they're not from the comics. They're just originals, and some of them are really boring. It's like, oh, what if this character just looked cutesy, kawaii? And it's like, what if you just adapted a comic costume?
Yeah, the school outfits aren't all bangers, I will say.
School outfits suck. The regular day outfits suck. I like
Doctor Strange Doctor, though. I think that's kind of cute.
It's cute, but it would have been cool to have an actual
something. There's a specific idea. The whole premise for this season is so fucking stupid. It's like, okay, White Fox is going to give everybody secret identities, like new personas to adopt to avoid being the Kingpin. And it's like, okay, so here's Sue Storm as a public speaker, with her face exposed, and it's like, you're one of the most famous people on the planet, Sue, and you can turn invisible. Just do that.
It's just a dumb.
That would be funny if she had an always invisible
outfits.
skin, but it's just like a transparent blue, but it's visible enough that you can see her even if on the enemy team. That'd be
so
cute.
busted.
This is so off topic, but I had just see the demon form of magic. It does look really cool with the disco skin.
It does, and the victory animation's awesome too. She like jumps in front of a big crowd and is like, ah, and the crowd's all hyped for her. I've never played Magic, but I want to main Magic with that outfit.
I love that feeling where like skin is so good it makes you want to main the character.
That's why I played Loki for a whole like 3 days, because that Lady Loki skin came out, and I was like, dude, this is actually a fun character. He has a new ability too. Anyway, yeah, go on.
Loki's great.
We gotta get off this.
Anyways,
It's
let's
funny.
get to the next
Lady
one.
Lady Loki is voiced by Magic's actress.
Nice.
Oh, that's funny.
It all comes full circle. It's like poetry. It rhymes.
Anyways, so Evo Japan is happening like right now. I think it ended. I'm not sure.
It just ended, yeah.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of these new fighting game news. Like,
Oh shit, we got a rapid fire.
yeah, Street Fighter just had like a announcement for like they broke a record for the most attended for a fighting game ever. So that was a pretty cool thing. Like at the end of the Tekken tournament, which people said it's actually a really good run, they announced Kunimitsu. Finally, we see some gameplay of Kunimitsu. Thoughts?
And she shamelessly has. I know it's not based on this technically, because I'm sure that outfit was inspired by something else. But Kunimitsu's one like cyberpunk alternate looks straight out of that Gooner sci-fi.
You mean the school outfit?
School outfit with the cyber parts on it. It looks straight out of either Project Eve, or it looks out of that bunny character from that shooter. I forgot her name, but she's just called Bunny, I think.
Oh.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Overwatch.
No, but I mean that design is like just cute school outfit with a little bit
but it
like
looks
a Marvel Rivals
one-to-one.
design.
Let's see.
You know, like that kind of like school outfit, but with some cool ninja gear and whatnot. It looks like a custom character.
The first
It's like, you have
Descendant.
the school-
It looks like the first
Wait, is
Descendant
no-
bunny. Yeah. Like
There's
shamelessly.
no new stage.
The first Descendant bunny. I'm looking her up right now.
Is
Not-
there no new stage with Kunimitsu?
There's no new stage because there's only going to be one new stage at the end of the DLC, I believe.
So it looks like this. She has like the boots and the like the
I don't know, this
shoulder
looks-
and
This looks a lot more goonery actually. Unless if you're seeing another, yeah, you know what I mean. It looks a little too goonery. She has a school outfit.
yeah, but the legs like they have like cybernetics on just the legs, and then on like the helmet.
I mean, that outfit looks like a goonified version of the standalone complex outfit for Major Kusanagi.
Oh, that's probably what it is then.
I look at the outfit for Kunimitsu, the default, and I think it looks more like a pro wrestler than it does a ninja.
Yeah.
I was
just
thinking of
don't know what they're
DOA, but it's a little too flashy. in
She's
my
also the
opinion.
vice president according to this trailer, which is weird. I'm like vice president of what?
An organization that apparently they're interested in Reina or something, like based off of the trailer.
Reina is getting sidelined already in her own game.
I would like a story mode part 3 Tekken if you guys are setting up so much weird ass shit with these characters that are all connecting and whatnot. If it's gonna go anywhere, we have to wait another 10 years for another new part. I would like it, but you know.
It would be funny that his story mode part 2 and Kunimitsu's in that, and you know, 'cause part 1 had Yoshimitsu as one of the main characters, even though you don't do anything with him. It would be funny if, like, yeah, he doesn't get to show up in this and meet Kunimitsu like 2 games in, and he's still not met her.
No, he doesn't matter.
The daughter
Yeah.
of the traitor.
Bye bye. Who cares? Sorry, Yoshimitsu fans.
Yeah, I think the least they could have done with this is kept it purple,
Well,
because
the
that was
thing
her cover
is,
scheme in the last game, and
They're
The
trying to make her a
second
different
alt
character
color-
for some reason. Yeah.
there is a second alt color that actually looks way better in the trailer. Let me see if I can find it here. Because at the
I
end,
will
they
say
show the
all 3 of her
second alt
outfits
color.
are winners. I like all 3 of them. They're all pretty cool looking for different reasons. So, yeah.
And I like the school outfit one. I think those two look
The
pretty
schoolgirl
cool.
one is cool. I'm definitely going to try and change the top, like remove the jacket or something. But because a
Yeah.
boring brown tan jacket does not do it for me. But yeah.
see,
Let's see.
that is better, but I feel like maybe black wasn't the right color to pair with it, because I wonder if maybe one of the reasons they changed the color was because it might be a bit too similar to Reina, because like purple's her color now.
That's probably why.
Perhaps.
And I also don't like the mask here just being black. I think they should have stuck to the white. Or
Which
or
luckily,
make
you
the whole
know,
thing gold.
Tekken 7's version is still there, which, you know, great design still.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that's really funny. It's like we can talk about, again, these are the main things that they're promoting, so we should be criticizing the outfits for this, but that's the kind of beauty about Tekken. It's like I kind of wish the mask was like dark color. I kind of wish like there's this thing is changed. You can do that.
Yep, exactly.
You can straight up just change it to make it look better the way you want and stuff like that. So that is a little bit of a nice thing.
I'm looking forward to the DLC update where they add her Tag 2 outfit. Because that's going to happen. But it won't go any further than that. Like only a few get to be from like 4 or early. Like you don't get like the retro Tekken 1 costume for Kazi or anything like that, which would be cool if they did, but they just don't. That's too much work. We can't just port that from a previous game.
But yeah, I guess we'll find out more about the new character, which it's kind of early that they're announcing it. I think rumor has it it's an actual brand new character, but we'll find out like less than a month from now.
Do you think it'll be a brand new character or a guest?
At this point, the thing is, if it's a brand new character, how much hype would that make? That's the thing that I'm wondering, because it could make hype. But at the same time, if it's a guest, I feel like that would be more, oh my gosh, blah, 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 and whatnot. So I don't know.
Yeah, plus if there is a stage, only one stage being added, and it's at the end of the season, it makes sense for that to be a guest stage.
You might be right about that. The rumor, but the first trailer did say it's like a new character, which is why people speculate that means it's going to be an original character because of that. So it might be more that than the guest character. Because if it's a guest character, did they announce that when they put Final Fantasy guy in? Did they say that this was going to be a guest character in that hidden slot? Or maybe, I don't think they did. So,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't follow Tekken speculation anymore because they're always wrong. They leaked Marduk multiple times and it wasn't Marduk.
Oh, so, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Australian.
I prefer the kangaroo so much more. And yeah, anyone who got mad seeing Roger instead of Marduk, L. Massive L. Yeah. Because one was already in the previous game. Don't you want something new, you boring fans? Good lord. Some of y'all are boring. Some of y'all eat Cheerios for breakfast. And you have a sandwich for lunch.
I haven't had that in a very long time.
That's been the big problem with the DLC so far, isn't it? Roger Jr. is, other than the guest, which debatable whether that counts. Roger Jr. is the first one that's not just literally lifted from the previous game.
Yes,
at least
exactly.
Roger Jr.'s not been around since. Roger Jr. hasn't been in a game since 2012.
And also, fingers crossed, we get Alex as an alternate costume. I would love that.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed so hard, dude.
Come on,
so
Alex Jr. Alex Jr.
Yeah, that'd be great. Wait, Alex Jr. would be cute. Yeah.
Think about this, right? Imagine all you have to do is go. Look, guys, we have Alex. He has a kid, and he didn't fuck his sister. We win.
That's true.
Oh my gosh, the connection. Sorry, it took me a while.
People all be like, "Oh, it's already confirmed that it's still Roger's mom because it says mom on the necklace." I'm like, that doesn't prove shit.
No, the developer coming out and saying it's the mom was how we got the
Yeah, that's stupid. Should let us have this. It doesn't even look like a lady kangaroo. It's like designed to look like a male kangaroo, and
it's
I'm like,
a 2D artwork though, so we don't know how they finished.
The women kangaroos don't look like that. They don't look a thing like that. Anyway,
exactly.
And why introduce the shorts if to put the baby in? The reason
that was what I was thinking
is for the father, so because he doesn't have a pouch, only the females do. So the father should have the pouch, shorts rather to replace the pouch, so he can take his son. And he's like, "Yo, I'm."
Where is this tweet of the creator confirming it? I gotta see this. I gotta see this.
It's been a while. It's been 2 months. It's been a while. 3.
Wait, you know, it'd be really funny if that was Harada confirming that. Harada confirmed that.
I think it is.
No, just imagine he confirms it, and then in like the few months between him, between that and him, he quits, and then the new guy takes over, and he's like, "Nah, son, this is Roger Senior," and he's like, "Yeah."
They're going to change that after they've already completed this character like a year before. It's like we're done making this character.
Why not?
Somebody shows up.
It would be hard.
Swap it.
Realistically, is change the pronouns in the subtitles because you can't tell them.
I just thought about something pretty bad. The reason why it has to be the mom is because legacy skins. You see, every fourth alt is the previous skin, so they're gonna have the.
There was no Tekken 7 skin for
design.
Roger though. So
there'll be a Tekken 6 version of. Didn't they have Tekken 6 version of fucking what's the ninja guy called?
Yoshimitsu, Raven,
right? Don't they have like the Tekken 6 outfit for him? Because he's not in Tekken 7.
I don't recall.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, people would.
Was Roger Jr. even in Tekken 6? I think he was a Tekken tag.
Tekken 6.
when they put the Tekken 6 / tag costume in for Roger Jr. for his mother, I guarantee we're not going to see any of the normal, usual suspects. No one's going to go, bro, this is too skimpy. This is she's naked.
Skimpy.
They're not going to be here. They're not going to say anything about it, are they? No. This is so different. Funny. Oh, it's different because you're a kangaroo. It's okay when they do it.
Well, when I do it, I'm kicked out of Wendy's.
We should move on now, guys. So this
no,
was
Snake. They're not going to complain. They're going to be too busy. Those people. So yeah. Anyway.
I was about to say, what's worse, the mom or the kangaroo? I was not kangaroo probably. Anyways, next topic. This is really short.
They're one and the same. What are you talking about? The mom is the kangaroo.
Yeah, obviously, that's what I mean. I was thinking more if the son was. You know what? Let's move on. Mr. Karate apparently is the mysterious character they've announced in Fatal Fury: State of the Wolves, who is actually Rodriguez. Ooh, yes, Mr. Karate. Cool. I nothing else to say.
Don't care. His outfit looks kind of fun, I guess. I hate to be a hater, but I could care less about anything Fatal Fury: City of the Wolves. I was hyped for it, and then
that's like arts. That's an arts
less,
character.
Dog. Couldn't say it. You couldn't care less.
What'd I say?
You said could.
Oh, couldn't care less. Gotcha. Okay.
Good man.
I could maybe care a little bit less.
Dog.
Breakfast.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! How did you do that? Whoa!
It tries to find my face, so if I cover it, it tries to get around it.
What dark magic did you force a dog to do there at the very end? That's crazy.
If you speed that up, you look like you punched someone's lights out.
Yep. The fucking Hajime no Ippo season 2, like intro when they hit the mat. Yeah, look with the lights.
Dog, I said fist bump, not Dempsey roll.
Hell.
Oh my gosh.
Freaking Kate in Invincible versus the speed bag.
But don't forget Sokka trailer, guys. Sokka. Did you guys
actually something funny happened to me in this trailer. So I posted being like, it's not a reveal trailer, it's just his gameplay trailer, which I find funny because did they change the title already? Did they change it? It's no longer saying Sokka reveal trailer.
Did they ever say reveal? I don't know if they.
It said reveal trailer originally.
Oh, interesting.
So they changed the title, so now it looks stupid. But I said that, like, not a reveal trailer, more just his first gameplay trailer. And then the Jeff the Hero replied to my comment, Darkside Jeff himself, and he said, yes, very astute observation, Underdog Gaming. Very accurate. Like pretty much making fun of me. But I was like, dude, real talk, I didn't expect to be replied to by the Jeff the Hero. That's a good friend of Babe Ruthless, by the way. Just happens to be that way. But Darkside Jeff and Jeff the Hero made like these amazing troll fighting game videos back in the day, but he was actually good at the game. So it made it really funny. Like he has a famous Killer Instinct video where he's fighting a guy who gets really mad at him and he's just trolling him the whole time. It's so good. I can't even quote it because it's too edgy for the Combat Kings, but it's just so funny.
So, I'm assuming none of y'all actually watched the Justin Wong matches when they were showcasing Sokka for like 30 minutes?
No. Stop saying Sokka.
Yeah, because I said Sokka.
You said Sokka.
I thought I said Sokka, Justin. We'll replay that. If I'm wrong, then whatever. So
if I'm right, then you... I don't know. Never mind.
So, what I do find, he actually does look really fun because I saw the matches that they were playing with him, and the best part about him is the boomerang. I feel like every character in this game has a really fun gimmick. His gimmick is he can toss the boomerang, and he can toss it in so many different ways. And when it comes back, if he doesn't grab it or if it hits the ground, it will just stay on the ground, and you got to pick it up like Vega's
claws. Cute.
It's like that.
No. His gimmick is getting kissed by his girlfriend in front of his ex-girlfriend who's dead.
You fucking ruined the joke, Snake! Holy shit, no one's going to understand that. You need to build that up. We need to build that up. We'll slowly get there. One of the variants that I find very funny that you can play as with Sokka is that he can attach a string to his boomerang, so when he tosses it, it will actually just bounce back to him so he can catch it immediately. So it's like there's like a string in the middle of the stage, and you can actually cut that string and the boomerang just fall to the ground because of that. It makes for a really funny plays. I saw a play where it's like the guy tosses the boomerang super far ahead, and then like the enemy starts a combo on him, but the boomerang comes back and just kills him. Like, no, the boomerang came back! It's like there's it looks really funny.
That's pretty OP. Like a lot of games get rid of that to where if you hit them before it comes back, then it doesn't come back because that just feels easier to balance. So the fact that the boomerang stays active already makes him feel like a top 10 character because that's going to work at least on scrubs. That's a scrub killer mechanic. Like do a string, throw the boomerang. They try to hit you, gonk, get hit by the boomerang, full combo.
Yes.
Like that's really powerful.
So the more funny thing that we could talk about here is because every character has 3 variants, which means there's 3 characters in the background, like cheering on for the characters and whatnot. So for Sokka, he's got Suki variant, his Sword Master, and then a third one that's really fucked up in my opinion, who's like in the background cheering for them. I don't know if Dog knows about this because we talked about
the Moon
this.
Spirit, I'm guessing.
Yeah, Princess Yui, just straight up alive in the background cheering for Sokka.
Well, it's not Princess Yui, it's the Moon Spirit.
No, it is when she was alive.
Oh, never mind then. Oh shit.
Yes, it's when she was alive. It's like when she was like a human. Yes.
So it's not even it's his current girlfriend.
And the fucked up thing is, you can still do the level 3 where Suki kisses Sokka.
Yeah.
Right in front of her.
Right in front of her. No! I demand right away tons of fan art of this. Of her just being like jaw drop.
Yeah, exactly.
Like anime style.
What? This motherfucker said what I said, but louder.
Yeah.
I was explaining the joke, Snake. 90% of the audience wouldn't have understood.
He's maybe a little bit un poquito salty that you took it from him. He wanted to say it himself, and then you did.
The dog didn't even know Princess Yui was in the game. Dog, a snake. Fuck. Sorry.
You used to look at the thing I just posted.
Oh,
that's you. That's you.
Oh, so sad. Oh, smallest vowel in the world. Oh.
Watching my colleague getting directed to HR after he told the exact joke, but louder.
Wasn't there that one like
well, it's kind of the opposite because
for some reason this is a consistent issue with my life. My other friend group does the exact same thing to me all the time. It's bullshit.
Is that one Jordan Peele skit? Like the guy in the class got to shout the joke louder.
See, I thought you were gonna say the opposite, where it's like Key and Peele, where he tells that joke. I wish I was high on pot news, and then his friend repeats it, and then everyone praises him for it when it's not his joke. President Obama comes in. He's like, "Just want to say, that was an amazing joke, young man."
That's the one that I was talking about. Yeah. But other than that, yeah, I'm excited to see when we're gonna get an Azula trailer, because if Sokka looks really fun, I think people are saying like, dude, this game has like girlfriend installs and mental state stances. Like, this game is gonna be really fun.
Girlfriend install. I predict that many people are gonna main Sokka on day 1 just so they can pretend what it's like to have a girlfriend.
Damn.
Get roasted.
And finally, we have gone through every topic we could think of before we finally talk about yay, we finally made it. Let's go. The hype train is real.
Put it in the intro.
Yeah, look how happy Snake is.
So as you might be able to guess, these two are probably going to be a fair bit more positive about this game than I am, because this game, I had to play this. I had to get this game, which came out on Thursday. Came out on Thursday night, and I had to buy this game for 40 quid and then play the. I had work the next day, so I couldn't play it then, and I forgot about it yesterday. Now today, I was able to actually play it, and so I was like, I was so happy to spend 40 quid on a 1 hour long story mode that doesn't even conclude.
Nope.
Wow.
Shut up! Wait, don't spoilers. Don't get down.
As a friend of mine said when I brought this up to him, wow, this motherfucker's got homework. It's bullshit. Yeah. Fuck
you know what?
Sonic.
Yeah, Snake. Yeah, Dog didn't even do his homework last time, and you did it here. Isn't that so unfair? Isn't that so unfair, Dog? Right? Isn't that?
Do you mean play Resident Evil?
Yes. What else?
Oh, okay. I didn't know I had to. I didn't know if I was told that it was required reading, I would have done it.
That's a good game.
What do you mean you don't know you had to? We were all, every single one of us is like, you need to play Resident Evil 9, and you have like 2 or 3 weeks before our next episode when Babe Ruthless, the guest, is coming up. We kept reminding you.
In my defense, my girlfriend gets scared very easily, and I didn't want to like scare her with that creepy game. So. Yeah.
Sure.
It's the truth. It's the truth. I tried to play Little Nightmares 3. I tried playing Reanimal with her recently, which is like a Little Nightmares style game, same studio.
Oh.
And I'm like, this is terrible because this game is more disturbing than Resident Evil, despite having the cutesy animal characters and stuff. Yeah.
That game looks pretty cool, actually. Is there co-op in that?
Yeah, there's couch co-op, so that's why I actually got it.
That makes more sense. You can play that with your girlfriend.
Yeah. The problem is those games by Tarsier are kind of not that good. They're kind of not that good.
Oh.
Anyway. Yeah,
I would say that's a hot take, but
they're good. But the problem is, like, it's just a monster showed up, I died, and now I just know not to like be in the room when the monster shows up and hide, and then I died again because I didn't escape correctly. Let's redo it a second time, and almost every encounter goes that way in Tarsier games, and it gets kind of frustrating instead of scary because you're like, you can scare me.
Games.
No, I would argue in Resident Evil you can like have time to see the monster actually there
before
before it kills
I
you.
had this big problem
But yeah,
when I booted the game up. So I went to the options menu, and the first thing you can change is turn off motion blur. So I did that, and then then I backed out to the main options menu, and then I was like, okay, I'll go down to the next option. It's like, oh, do you want to save the option you changed, or do you want to undo it? And I'm like, well, considering I didn't go back and change it, I think I want to keep it. And sometimes when you press, okay, I'll save that option. Sometimes it'll just go, okay, now we'll move on to the next thing. Sometimes it backs you out to the main menu.
Huh. I didn't notice that.
Instead of just being... what most games do is go, okay, you make all your changes across the different sub-menus, and then when you try to leave the options menu, then it says, do you want to save the changes? This game is like, every single time, do you want to change it? And sometimes we'll just kick you to the main menu. This game is a piece of shit, and I don't like it.
Over that?
How many hours did you play the game, Snake?
About 1.5.
Okay. You finished the story mode, I'm guessing.
We have the context now. So, Dog, do you want to review the game before we talk about the story mode?
I mean, I guess. Invincible Versus is fun. It's very simple. Like, the characters have uniqueness to them, but I will say the way their combo structure works is pretty much the same for most characters. There's some exceptions here and there, like Powerplex has his best frames. Duplicate has her cool clone stuff she can do, but most characters, it really is like, you do your lights, you try to get the heavy as soon as possible. You launch them. You do your short air combo. You spike them. And then you do like an EX if you can. Because you can do an EX at the end of a long combo no matter what. The game won't drop EX. And then you can do a super. Or you can tag in. And then you can do the feint system and all that, which is fun. It's got a rock, paper, scissors element to the combo extensions, which is cute. The level 3s do way too much damage. But, you know, it is what it is.
I think they nerfed it compared to the beta now. Now the level 3 is, instead of it just killing you because of that much damage, it's more like close to half. So
that's still too much for a raw super. When like the combos in this game do barely 30% without a super, and then like 37% when you do a super in them, the fact that level 3 does like 2 combos worth of damage is way too much. Like that's ridiculous because it's not even hard to get 3 bars. Like, it'll just happen for, like, most of your characters in the first, like, few seconds.
It's really easy to end your combo with a super, It's
that
the
too,
bars,
that too.
You get it very easily. Like, when Snake was auto-comboing, he will, like, end the combo with, like, this is gonna hurt! Stuff like that every time.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty dang fun. If you watch High Level, you see how much depth it has to it as well, because it's easy to get skeptical and be like, oh, this game is too simple compared to other tag fighters. But then you watch High Level, and you're like, oh, like, the mobility combined with how the assists work and everything is actually very interesting, and it makes it fun.
I think there are 3 phases to this game if you pick it up. The first phase is everybody's learning. You're trying to understand. Like, I think the character combos and all that system is pretty easy, and like you can make it harder. Like, you can practice that. But the thing that you really want to nail is the universal mechanics. Like, knowing how to play knowing when the defense mechanics, knowing heroic strike, knowing like how the assist works. That's the thing that you need to understand. And I think the first phase of this game is everybody's trying to understand this, and if you know more than your opponent, then you win against them. And that's like that's like the first part. The second part is everybody getting used to that, and then we're having like a fair fight. The third part is people using that in like way more advanced like bullshit dirt like ways. It's like, oh, you can do that, and you're abusing that and stuff like that.
Yeah, heroic strike is really good. That's the biggest knowledge check in the game right now is heroic strike.
In the high metas, yes.
To like briefly tell the audience what that is. Heroic strike is kind of like an advanced version of push block where you can actually like hit the opponent. And you think, oh, it's just a get off me button, except you can tag assist after it. So it's actually really strong because you can get a full combo off that if you know what you're doing. So Heroic Strike will punish moves that are safe on block normally. So on the one hand, it's a good way to check the opponent for just thinking, oh, I'm safe here, and they're actually not. It keeps them guessing. On the flip side, it can get really busted against certain characters who have moves that probably shouldn't be able to get beaten by Heroic Strike, but can. And it feels like a really busted move. The good news is it costs more resources in the final game than it did in the beta, where it was like extremely spammable. So at least that's good. I do think it's still a bit too strong because the entire meta seems to revolve around Heroic Strike at this point. But
I saw like a high play. I saw a meta play where it's like one guy punches the opponent heroic strikes immediately, but because the other guy was expecting it, he blocked the heroic strike, but the opponent still called in an assist. Then he heroic strike the opponent and then called in an assist. But then they both play. But now we have 4 characters on the screen, and then they did like the feint things to see like who can win that interaction. Basically, like, oh my goodness, this is like you only see this in like the highest plays right now, basically. So there's a lot of like it is fun to see the differences of like very, very high level play and high-level play, basically.
Invincible Versus has the same issue that a lot of modern fighting games do, especially tag fighters, where they thought the solution to, like, they thought instead of making the characters complicated, they'd make the universal mechanics complicated. But I think that's the opposite of what you should do, because now everyone's complaining, like, I can't remember all these universal mechanics and learn my character. I kind of wish it was the opposite, where the characters were complicated and the universal was just like 3 or 4 things. Whereas it's like, it's 10. There's like 10 universal things in Invincible Versus. Most people don't even use Arena Shift, which is a mechanic, but I don't see most people using it. And if they do, they don't know what it does, because I think the tutorial just says benefits for your character. It doesn't say what it actually does.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
it gives you boost meter, apparently.
Does that really? It gives you boost meter, and then the enemy has less boost meter, and they can't tag for like 10
they're
seconds.
locked. Yeah, they're locked out. Yeah, which is really good.
But
it's once per game, though. That's it.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be more beneficial to learn how the game mechanics work, so then it works for every character? Like since it's universal, wasn't learning the universal mechanics means it benefits every character, right?
I'm not saying balance-wise. I'm saying the way the human brain works. Like, it's way harder, I think, for people to memorize like 15 universal mechanics and then learn a character on top of that than it is to just learn 3 or 5 universal mechanics and then like your character is the complicated one, because you can learn the character as you play, but the universal stuff you kind of have to be told, otherwise you're not going to stumble across it. Yeah.
By the way, dog, here's a clip of, like, if you see this actually happen in high level play, I would shit my pants. I'll be like, oh my gosh, if this shit actually happens.
I'm doing this.
Oh, she avoided it? Sick.
Yes,
she avoided the combo breaker?
Stance. Yes! Like, that would be like, ah! Like, if that actually happened. Like, oh,
that's fucking sick. I did not include that in my guide. I wish I knew it did that.
Well, I mean, you really have to know, you know what I mean? You really have to be that good.
To explain to the layman's what's happening here, so the combo breaker in this game is a physical hit. Like, your teammate actually comes in to hit the opponent. So if you could get them to miss, they don't get the combo breaker. And the best way to do that in the beta was to do moves that carry the opponent like really far in a certain direction, because the teammate comes into where they were, not where they currently are, like, because it's delayed. So yeah, that could do it. Or you could do an armored move, like Battle Beast's level 1 super was so brain dead good at this. You could kind of sense when they're going to do a combo breaker and just do your level 1 super, and it would hit both characters. And the tag-in character takes like double damage, so they would get hurt really bad, which is what I would do all the time.
I have the exact clip that dog you just explained.
Got him.
Bro, I got both of them! Oh my god! Oh my god! I got both of them in one combo! What a happy birthday!
I mean, this guy literally happy birthday 2 characters and just won the game.
Yeah. Well, because you can't even combo break there because both characters are in, so you can't even counter tag, as they call it.
Well, no, he actually did counter break, but then the super breaks that.
No, I meant after. Because when he, I didn't mean, so combo break is different than tag counter. So theoretically, you can do both in the same combo. Like, you could like try your combo breaker, and if that fails, you can still wait till they tag in their teammate and do an assist tag counter or whatever. But since here both characters are getting comboed, he can't do either. He's out. Yeah. Which is cute. And then you get all the body parts flying everywhere because there's so many dead people.
So many. Yeah. I also like how currently the game just came out. It's like day 2-ish, and like the meta is still being developed. So like I think every character is viable. I don't think I haven't seen like anyone being like, this character is especially weak and whatnot. So I'm pretty happy to see that. You can see the top 10, like almost every single one of them is a different team. Like yesterday's best team was Bulletproof.
Well, it's like
Rex
the third day. Let's give it time. But yeah.
Third day. Maybe eventually we'll have all the same teams, but it is fun to see everybody trying out their own characters and getting like first place and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool.
The one thing about Anissa's Viltrumite stance too that people need to keep in mind, it's not like Omni-Man where she dodges automatically. You have to manually time that dodge.
Manually do it.
So at least that's like impressive to go and dodge the counter break. That's slick as fuck.
Yeah. I never see Anissa's doing that. That's why that clip was really cool. Every Anissa
that was a read, to be sure.
Does the low. Yeah.
Yeah. Anissa's fun. What was I gonna say? There is one issue I have with the game, and I'm not sure if it's just like new character syndrome, but I feel like whenever I'm trying a new character, God, they feel stubby. Like, a lot of the moves just don't reach when you think they should, and you keep getting, like, slapped in the face by, like, a longer range move, and you're like, that's how it should work with footsies, but it's also like, I'm right here. I feel like my jab should hit, and it still whiffs sometimes.
Your light is so hard to...
Or,
so
like,
short.
sometimes or sometimes the heavy or the medium will have, the medium always has better range than a light, but sometimes the heavy attack won't have better range than the medium. So you'll do medium heavy and it whiffs. And then you get jab punished for a combo because the opponent's always mashing. I swear to God, they're always mashing even when they're getting hit. And you're like, whoa.
That is some. I think Tweety brought that up too. It's like feels like some characters had more time to develop, so that's why they can hit better. While some other characters are like, this doesn't feel like it hit correctly and whatnot. I remember hearing that opinion before.
I like how Sayjam too straight up named his video "That's Not Unsafe," the movie. And it's just him learning the game and playing online for a bit. But that's a big thing too, Snake. Is that with Invincible Versus, moves are not punishable when they look like they should be. Like the enemy will do a big level 1 super right in your face, and you'll try to punish it with just a regular auto combo starter, like just jab, jab, and it won't work. They're safe. And you're like, what? A super? A super that leaves them point blank in my face is not punishable? And I guess that's because they want you to use Heroic Strike, but I feel like if you do something as stupid as a super in my face, I deserve a punish.
Yeah.
You could also push block it, I guess, and then punish that way. But again, I don't think a super should have this much meta behind it.
I will say something pretty funny that I saw recently because I watched your guide, dog, and I know you, so when I saw your first tip in that guide, I thought it was very funny. It's just like, don't spam assist breaker. And I was like, oh yeah,
combo break first chance you get. Yeah.
You hate combo breaking, so I feel like you putting that as the first tip was really funny. And the funny thing, dog, I saw another guide from someone else, and his first tip was abuse the assist breaker. So I was like,
he's wrong.
Huh?
He's wrong.
There's two different opinions, and I think the funny thing is it's like it depends because in the lower ranks, abusing assist breaking I think is better because people don't know how to snap. So it's like that health that they lost, it recovers pretty fast. But like in the higher ranks,
you also can't use your assists though for like 7 seconds after you assist break or something. Actually, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's a long time to be without your assists. Like that's a long time. Because that means, keep in mind, everyone, when your assists are on cooldown, I think you also can't do your tag counter or anything, right? They can't do any of that stuff. They're out of commission. They can't. So that means if the opponent hits you again after you combo break,
you're fucked.
They get a full wombo combo as long as they want because this game is built to where you can like keep tag assisting for a long time in the same combo. You can do the same characters twice, like in the same tag assist if they have time to cool down. So yeah. I mean,
and it is really funny because when I played in the lower ranks, it's like I hit them like 2 times, or I use a special move which I wasn't gonna commit to. Assist breaker. I'm like, okay, you guys are so afraid. Like, oh my, okay.
Oh yeah, it's the first chance they get. The people who combo break immediately are also very likely to be the one that rage quits on you. It's the same mentality.
I actually got lucky. I don't think I've seen a rage quitter yet. I've only seen terrible internet players on my side. Like lag the fuck out.
Filthy Wi-Fi players.
Yeah, I don't think I have a rage quitter at least. But also I have seen like in the very high levels, it's just like the moment someone does the assist breaker, it's just like, okay, I'm gonna snap you back, and you lost half your HP now. It's like, oh, like they know it's like you can't be abusing that shit, and like it's a little bit like scarier to do that. Have you played ranked, dog?
Not in the full game yet, no. I've been too busy making guides, and I played story mode. Yeah.
Gotcha. It's pretty interesting because, like, my friend and I played a ranked, and my friend got silver, and he uses more auto combos, while I actually learn more of the mechanics than I do. I try to do more manual combos, but if it lags too much, then I do some auto combos. Yeah. And we both, I believe, got 5 out of 10. So it's just like we won half of our games. He got silver, and I got gold. And I thought that was
so it does the placement matches just like Street Fighter 6, where like your first 10 matches decide where you go? Gotcha. Okay.
I think I've beat one player who was like way higher than me like once, and I think the game was just like, okay, you're probably like a little better than silver. So I thought that was interesting. The funny thing that I noticed is like currently the best player in the world has like, it's like LP, so currently gold is 4,000 LP and silver is 2,500-ish. And like I was thinking, oh, I wonder how hard climbing is in this game, and it seems pretty hard considering the highest player when we're recording right now around 8,000 LP is plat. And I'm like, aren't there like 9 tiers of like in total for like how high you can go in the rank climb and stuff like that? That sounds insanely high. And the number 1 player has only played like 170 matches and stuff like that. So I feel like
how did you play 170 matches in 2 days? Anyway,
right?
Yeah, Jesus. Well, if it's your job, I guess, then it's tolerable.
They just want to grind, and I guess someone did say it's like the YouTuber tried to grind and got #1, but then the Dragon Ball Fighters player showed up and then started actually kicking ass. I'm like, oh shit, you guys actually know tag team mechanics. Oh, we're fucked.
Not to mention, Invincible Versus takes a lot from Dragon Ball Fighters, including the reset to neutral after a character is defeated. Because most tag fighters, you just stay where you are on screen, and the new character hops in and can get pressured. So it's kind of like, oh shit, what are they gonna do when I hop in? Whereas fighters introduce the mechanic of, we just like clash in the middle no matter what, and it's the round start again. So they do that in Invincible Versus, which I think is fine. Although most players just do what they do in fighters anyway, which is jump backward or dash backward at round start and like hide behind their assists to get a chance in.
It's the safest move to do first, basically. Everybody does that. I did that in Tekken too. Like,
unless you're Battle Beast, you just standing special because it's armored.
Yes,
throw that shit.
I don't know what to do here. Should I throw overhead or a low? Nah. Armor neutral special with Battle Beast. Spam that.
My Conquest guide is going live today in a couple hours, and I'm like,
nice.
I'm like, Conquest feels like a better Battle Beast in terms of mobility, and he does a bit more damage too, but he's not as brain dead. I will say that. I was like, because Conquest doesn't get armor right away. You have to actually time it, whereas Battle Beast, unga bunga, I got armor, which is true.
You're talking about his side special, right? The when you like.
Well, even just charging his mediums, you get armor with Conquest. His medium standing, armored. His crouching medium, armored. His anti-air, armored. If you do EX, so yeah. Conquest still has armor, but it costs boost. Yeah.
Based off of the top players, Conquest might be one of the most busted characters, especially because of like the exploit people have found and stuff like that. So that'll be interesting to see. What is your team you're rocking with, Dog? If you are gonna rock a team, if you play online and stuff.
I still have no idea yet. I'm learning the characters. I've got no clue.
Gotcha.
My original team was I had Battle Beast, and I had Robot for the projectile assists, and who was my third character?
Omni-Man, Alt Conquest, Invincible.
I mean, now it would be Conquest, because I like Conquest a lot. My current team will be Conquest and Anissa locked in, probably no matter what. Yeah. And then I'm trying to find a really good projectile character. I don't know if Duplicate has a projectile assist or not.
No, it's not really projectile based. If you want to find projectiles, it's Rex, Robot, and Cecil. Yeah, literally Cecil.
You need Cecil.
He is the third character I want to use. By the way, Snake, have you seen what Cecil's animation is when they fly in and do the clash at the start of each round?
Well, when he has the robot do it instead.
Yeah, it's the Reanimate.
The Cybermen. Yeah.
And then he teleports in, he takes his place afterwards. It's just kind of cool.
After I finished the main game, I did like one run of arcade mode just to see, if the endings,
the arcade ending,
might add anything to the end of the story. So I played Mark, Cecil, and Conquest.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was kind of fun. It's funny when you win a match by just crushing someone, just obliterating them, and they're not even there in the victory screen anymore. They're just mulch.
Yeah,
it's pretty funny.
Have you? So when you win arcade mode, do you get all their endings or just the one you have on point?
Just the
on
lead.
point.
Damn.
On point. Yeah, you have to play 18 times to even get all endings. So I'll watch a YouTube compilation of that.
Same. Sorry, I can't be bothered to actually play it.
It's not worth. It's like nothing happens.
Is there a unique boss or anything in arcade mode or no?
Maybe Mark is
no. But the only reason you want to do arcade is for the challenge of the hardest difficulty. There's 4 difficulties, and the hardest one, the Viltrumite difficulty, get ready. You have to fight 12 fights. Every time you finish a fight, whatever your health was is carried over.
Gotcha. Okay.
12 fights. So it's like, wow. Like, that actually is a seriously hard
That's not that bad, though, because you get to have 3 characters, and you can tag them out to get their health back. So it's not as
the red health does
as
cover. Yes, the red health does come back.
But
indeed.
do consider, Dog, that's 12 fights, not 12 opponents.
True, it's 3
Each
enemies.
have 3.
6 opponents.
Yeah.
And you might get the hardest AI Lucan, which is kind of a meme because people who play the story mode on hardest, I got it. Lucan is ridiculously like, what the fuck are these inputs? Like, hello? It's like, why are you making me suffer here? But we were talking about
the command grabs, get that back broken.
Yeah. But overall, I'm enjoying the game. I feel like I'm not really like a super tag fighter like a player currently, so I don't think my opinion is like really in depth. But as a casual that I just started playing like a couple matches, got gold currently, I'm enjoying it. I thought it was pretty fun. I thought it wasn't too hard to learn some of the better combos and whatnot. Oh yeah, I was talking about mains just then. Currently, I wanted to rock Duplicate, but she's a bit harder, so I'm currently rocking with Invincible, Battle Beast, and Cecil. And by the way, people hate Cecil now because he's an annoying ass like spammer, zoner, and like he's very annoying to handle. I did not pick him because of that. I'm only picking him because he's funny. It's funny to play Cecil. I thought it was really hilarious. A guy can take down Viltrumites and shit. That's why I played him. Not because now he turned out to be the most toxic zoner type character you can have. It was similar to when I played Victor in Tekken. It's like, oh, I think he's cool, and people were like, "Fuck that Victor, he's so annoying." Like, that wasn't why I played him. Okay, just say I didn't choose the toxic life. The toxic life just happened to be in my path.
To be
That's
fair,
why I'm playing
I don't
Cecil.
know. From what I've seen, if you understand just basic mobility mechanics in Invincible versus zoning, you should be really hard. Because how is Cecil going to deal with me super jumping and air dashing over his head?
Cecil's assist is really strong, specifically. Like that's
where he
one
just
of the
fires a
things that
projectile?
Three.
Or
like the 3 projectiles flying
just
over
super
towards
jump.
you. Yeah,
They don't
but I
go
meant
high
like
enough.
if you super. Well, I meant
Yeah.
if you super jump with that, which is probably a rocket. I mean, not rocket.
Oh, so it's good
Robots,
for lockdown.
rockets.
I see.
Yeah.
They don't go full
Right
screen
now-
though, from what I remember.
No, that's pretty far. So like
Yeah.
I've seen like the best bulletproof player like right now. He would jump super high and then like dive kick down to hit the opponent. The opponent blocks and punishes him, but by the time they punish him, robots rockets come in and hit him, and then now bulletproof gets the combo.
Yeah,
So it's like, oh, there is some mind
that's
games.
just basic tag logic.
projectiles-
Yeah.
Yes. But Cecil's projectiles are really good. So like if you want a good assist Cecil robot, like those are really good you can use basically. But my point is like I didn't pick the zoner because I want to play a zoner. Just so there are some games where I like I just
You just
zone the
wanted to
fuck
play
out of the
the
opponent and
character.
I feel very dirty.
No, the developers should feel dirty, not you. They're the ones who made the game this way.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
if the opponent knows what
I
they're
chose-
doing, they could fuck them up. Yeah.
I chose Cecil and Conquest for my arcade run just because I wanted to know what they play like, because you don't get to use them in the story. I was surprised
No.
how many characters you do get to play as.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just used to NetherRealm, where it's like a third of the roster gets to be played as, whereas here it's obviously because this is a smaller roster, but you get to play as almost everyone. Even like I did not expect to get to play as Anissa, but you get to play as her.
I didn't expect to play as Titan. Yeah.
That too.
Titan feels almost out of place in this game.
Yeah, we'll
in
get to
some
that.
ways.
I think
Well,
we're
yeah.
close to finishing our thoughts, but
He is,
Yeah,
but he's
I would
also very
say-
fun to play. So
Oh, yeah.
So who is everyone's favorite character to play as?
Battle Beast. And actually Mark,
he's pretty
surprisingly.
damn fun, yeah.
I like Mark too.
Mark's fun because that overhead be cheap as hell.
Well, he
and
has
his stupid
overhead and a
forward
low.
special.
You just keep mixing up the overhead and low, which I heard that Bulletproof has that too. It's like
Bulletproof
but
is
I
the
haven't-
mix-up character. Like Heroic Strike and Push Block were invented to beat Bulletproof. I am certain of this because he has so many
Ooh.
nonsensical things he can do. That is his
Duplicate
character.
too.
though.
Duplicate has a good mix-up with her like clones, and like her low, her crouching light is the rare low in this game. That's really scary because everybody's crouching light is usually a medium, but hers is a low, like a
Yeah.
true low, which makes her really scary because of that. But yeah, like I said, my team is like Invincible, Battle Beast, and Cecil. I'm really not good with Cecil currently, luckily for people who hate zoning, but I like all 3 of those currently, yeah.
That's really close to my team as well. I'm trying to learn Anissa. She's admittedly not as complicated as I was hoping. She's actually one of the more simple characters, but the player expression with her is very high. Like if you actually take advantage of her dodges and her weaves and stuff. Not to mention she has the what's that move that Saul Bad Guy has in Guilty Gear that he's so infamous for? Like it's Viper's Edge or something like that, where he goes really low to the ground and comes in.
Yes. Like
So she has that.
It can dodge like projectiles because it's really low.
You go underneath the robot's car, which I thought was hilarious. Like, it's a gigantic car, and you still go underneath that. You go underneath attacks too, like regular physical attacks, because they're too high up. So she has a lot of really good stuff for like getting around and getting in. Conquest is probably my favorite, just because I love his brain dead.
Nice.
I'm gonna fly at you with an assist behind me, and you gotta hold this. That's fun. I like his animations are fun too. I love his charge down medium, where he takes you all the way to the ground, steps on you, and then stomps. Like that's fun.
Yeah.
The game has this weird issue sometimes because of online, where I feel like the cancel window on some of the normals could be a bit bigger. I'll do my medium heavy special launcher, and I just won't get the launcher because I pressed it a couple frames too early, and I'm like, oh, I think I timed that right. I think I deserve the launcher.
I had that happen to me too.
You know?
I'm like, now I'm gonna have the uppercut move. Where's my uppercut? I inputted it. Fuck you.
Yeah, and then you get hit, and you're
I
like,
dropped the
oh
combo.
no.
Your uppercut. Use your uppercut. It doesn't
Don't
work.
use the uppercut.
Yes.
Well, I guess now's a
I
good time to
felt like I
transition into
pressed it.
story mode. I suppose.
Before we get to that, I just thought but yeah, overall, I think Dog and I like the game. Dog might be making more videos. I might if they do a story mode part 2, which we'll get to why that exists. But before we get to that, I'm just gonna send this.
I mean, we all know why that exists. So let's be real. But yeah.
This was what's it called? I'm talking about how brutal Mark can be.
You know I'm not part of your family, right? Isn't that who you usually kill?
What a pecan, big bitch Puerto Rican, take you out to Paris.
God damn.
Right? It's so fucked. Hello, Mark?
You know what? Fuck him, he deserves it.
It's true, though.
The fucking Kaiba meme.
That'll sound mean, but when we talk about the story a bit, you'll understand.
The funny thing about Powerplex in this game is like if you listen, I listened to all his intro dialogues. He does sound like he's on the verge of crying whenever he's shouting to his opponents, and it's funny, it's cringe. It's like all he wants to do is fight Invincible. It's like he's fighting like Titan. You'll be like, "You've talked to Invincible, so that's why I'm gonna kill you," or some shit like that. But the silver lining of it is if he actually fights Viltrumites, people are like, ah, yes, finally, you're putting your rage in the right direction. Finally, you want to fight Conquest, you want to fight Thula. It's like, okay, finally, Powerplex, you're actually doing a good thing now. But yeah, let's get into the story mode of Invincible versus.
So the story opens with it's like Mark versus Omni-Man. It feels like the end of season 1, only if Mark could put up more of a fight.
Yeah.
And then things start to get weird, and then the story stops.
That's a really.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Fuck! I can't believe I forgot the word. I'm gonna look this word up. What the fuck? What word am I thinking
Ingenious?
of here? No. It's like you're not giving it the fair shot or something like that. It's like, how do I...
Disingenuous? Is that the word?
Yeah. Thank you. That's a very disingenuous way to put it.
Where's the lie? Where was I wrong about this, Sonic? Come on.
All right, so the story mode basically starts off with because you were, like you said, like, Invincible was fighting like Omni-Man, but then things start like fucking up, start getting kind of weird. Invincible turns into Titan, and like Omni-Man turns into Monster Girl, and you're fighting in the mansion and stuff like that. It's a big... I felt like the first act of the story mode is like a big like, what the fuck is going on? It's like this is like really weird. We keep teleporting around. We keep like not understanding what's going on. Mark turns from his normal suit to his blue suit all of a sudden and stuff like that. So it starts off with a question. It starts off with asking like, why is this happening? Like you do kind of wonder. You have that scene with Robot, which he definitely like starts to like analyze the situation a lot more. It's like, since when have Viltrumites stated that they thought they're pathetic and they need to be respected? I don't think these are our Viltrumites. And then he gets like grabbed by Conquest and slammed to the ground. And he's like, and aren't they supposed to be stronger? Which I thought that part was really funny.
The robot in general feels like a giant plot hole because I don't think he's in the machine at that point yet in the lore. So I'm like, how are they mind controlling Robot with these like?
Okay, well, first, when exactly is this set?
Right at season 1 finale, I thought.
No. This cannot be set in season 1 finale. No way.
No.
Oh, then why is he shocked at his dad though and going like, but what about mom and all that? Well, that's like all straight from season 1.
People know who Powerplex is, so it has to be after Powerplex at the very least.
At that point, dog, they're kind of living a dream. They're kind of like thinking of things that like don't make sense. It's like, what's going on?
Okay.
Also, it's a Viltrumite invasion when that was happening.
This is definitely after the introduction of Powerplex and Anissa.
That's what I think so too.
I forget if anyone specifically points out who Conquest is.
Yeah,
so I don't know if this would be like after the last season, but it's probably meant to be after season 2 or 3. I would think definitely before season 4.
Yes, definitely before. And also the thing is, that's one of the things that makes this interesting because you can try to piece this into the canon, but they have stated that this isn't like necessarily canon. It's like you can try to piece it into the canon, but it also can be its own thing.
When you destroy Robot in the game, is there blood? Like when you do like a super to destroy Robot, does he have blood gush out of him, or does he just like break into robot parts?
He breaks into robot parts, but then again, sometimes I feel like I do see blood.
Bleed.
But
well, there's blood
weird.
on him. I know that because there's blood when you hit the enemy too. It splats on you. So I've seen his robot armor covered in blood. But when you destroy him with a super and he blows into pieces, are there organs and stuff, or is it just robot bits?
You don't see the organs, but it's hard to say.
Because that's the reason I bring it up, because robots should not be able to get hypnotized at all by their weird like machines and whatnot, because he's not there. It's the robot.
we need to quickly consult the inevitable YouTube video, Invincible versus all super move kills on robot.
Well, I've already started doing that. I beat up robot in my videos because he doesn't bleed.
Oh,
so I'm already beating him up. Yeah.
No.
Which is funny because Anissa has one of the coldest responses to him when she kills him, and it fits for anyone. But I just like her victory animation. If you beat robot, she goes, "Your entire existence is a waste." And she flies off.
Yeah. Omni-Man will be like, you should have never been born.
Just in case anyone isn't caught up on the show, we're going to be talking about stuff that's probably going to spoil some stuff. Not necessarily from Season 4, but at least by the end of Season 3. Because I want to talk about one thing about the time frame specifically.
Yeah. And I have a feeling
his arrival, Worm.
Dog will accidentally spoil Season 4, but just in case, just be careful. We will have some spoilers.
Yeah, so just be
for the
mindful
TV
of
show,
that.
not the comic, at least.
Yeah. So Rex is still alive, and no one finds it odd he's here. So clearly that's not happened yet. So So I guess was that before Conquest?
It was before the multiverse, because he dies because Conquest is Season 3, Episode 8. The Invincible War is Season 3, Episode 7. So that is before Conquest, and he meets Conquest here. You can have him be like, he'll fight Conquest and be like, take this, scrotum. Hey, scrotum face. He says that to him in like when I was playing in the story mode. So this makes me feel like... Sorry, you go ahead.
Yeah, so time frame wise, it seems to be in the middle of Season 3 or so, or like between 2 and 3, which is weird, because like I'm pretty sure Mark should be in the dark blue suit by now.
Which there was a scene where he does turn into that, so it's like...
Yeah, briefly, and then it's back to the normal one, which is... odd. I get why they would do it, because like this is like the, that's the main suit. That's the it is also the better suit. So I get why you do it, but
disagree.
Timeline-wise, it's a bit off.
I think they both look good. Whatever.
I think you kind of have to look at it as like it's like the Dragon Ball Z movies, where it doesn't quite line up with the canon.
Yeah. That's how I feel exactly. That's
well,
exactly
it's definitely an
how
alternate universe. I don't expect it to be part of the main story at all. Yeah.
No.
Y'all keep going.
That's
but
the
it
thing.
Doesn't branch off from the show either. It's like this is it's a universe that is already different.
If he's gonna use the bathroom, I'm gonna use the bathroom. So I'll be right back.
Fortnite. What's the point of building forts? You going night? Yeah, I've just been doing this while we've been talking, because fucking. Give me a hell yeah. Can you believe they put fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin in Fortnite? It's crazy.
Oh, we all left. Okay.
What is this man's talking about? Was I invisible? Was I so still I became invisible like Drax the Destroyer?
Damn, dog ain't even back yet.
He seemed to be under the impression we were all gone. I don't know why he thought that. I was just here.
He just
vibing on Fortnite.
He just decided to leave. Wait, you're playing Fortnite on the Switch right now? Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Wee. Oh, you have that emote. Nice.
Oh,
what level are you actually? Because I'm like around level 150 before my crew ran out.
I have not been playing this season basically at all.
Good.
I haven't played
Fortnite
this season
bad.
either. But I actually do want to play the new Star Wars update because there's some pretty fun looking game modes, though, I will say.
It's just been
Play more Invincible versus.
Because like the day we actually play Fortnite properly is usually a Sunday, and the last few Sundays have been we've been recording. We've not been able to.
Indeed, we've been doing weekly episodes because so much has been happening.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we were talking about the story mode stuff. This is so out of context, but I just thought it was really funny when it was like robots' turn to fight, and it was like, I do not believe that these are like our Viltrumites, and then Conquest slowly walks towards them, and it's like, it's not right that you continue to live.
I don't believe anyone calls Viltrumites weak. This isn't right.
Good point.
It's not right that you continue to live.
So, and I'm like, that's for the low tier god Conquest. It's not right that you continue to live.
You deserve nothing. Your life serves zero purpose. But yeah, I saw a cute comment on that too, where it's like robot gets hit by Conquest, doesn't die. The fuck? Like he's all confused because he knows he should be completely
Aren't
one
they
shot.
Supposed to be stronger.
So
yeah.
My story mode playthrough is gonna go live in like the middle of the day today because I'm gonna do a double upload.
Oh, nice.
And I do want to say that I actually prefer this power scaling level they have in story mode. Where like, oh, half the cast isn't immediately useless. I like the idea that Rex can throw one of his explosives and actually at least distract like a Viltrumite. I like this. I hate the idea that like it gets to Dragon Ball Z levels of power scaling where it's like,
Yeah.
you guys can all go home. We have the 3 characters that can actually do something here.
It's actually fun to watch characters like be able to like fight like toe to toe, basically. Yeah.
I make a joke too at one point in the story mode when Adam Eve goes, "What even is this place? Is there no way out?" And I'm like, Adam Eve, you can literally change the composition of any material on the planet. Like anything that exists, you can see its atoms and you can change it. You could turn the wall into air. Just leave. Then there's a door and they just walk in the door. I'm like, oh, never mind. There's a fucking door. There's just a door in this room. For no reason, by the way. There shouldn't be a door.
I do kind of want to get into like, 'cause we can have issues with these, but I do think there's some interesting ways to explain it. But oh, by the way, I just wanted to send you guys this because this is part of my new video. Because I just said the conquest thing.
There is no reason your life should continue.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that'll be in the Chaos Brains video eventually.
So as everyone's been like flitting about going to different locations and what. I mean, oh, here we are at what's the rock guy called? What's his name?
Titan's mansion.
Yeah, we're at Titan's mansion. Yeah, it's like oh, that's a cool location. And just randomly here and seeing all these different fights with different characters, different matchups. So it's weird. You don't know what's going on, but you get a lot of characters in this sequence that you get to play as. It quickly gives you a taste of all the characters. I mean, I think in this, you're bordering on playing as more characters in this one section than you do in a full NetherRealm story mode. It's one of the things I do like about this mode is that you do get so much variety. So eventually, the characters realize. Well, Mark specifically realizes he's the main character. He has to figure out first is that. Basically, they've all been captured and put in this place, and they've got these devices on their necks which make them hallucinate. And so they're basically seeing different people. They actually use that in a couple of clever ways, where you get to play as characters who aren't actually in the story. So we get to play as from Omni-Man, which is actually, I think, Mark from someone else's perspective. So that's a clever little thing they do. So they don't cram everybody into the story mode, but fuck it, we want to put Alan the alien in here even though it doesn't fit hallucinations. It's clever they did that.
Yeah, I think it is very interesting that like there are a lot of characters as you see like the group of characters like all hanging out around that specific place. I forgot what it's called. You can look up the stage, but there are like a couple of them that aren't actually there, but they're only there because of hallucination reasoning. So like Alan, Thula, Powerplex, which I thought was kind of funny. I thought it was kind of funny that's like somehow like in some weird universe, Powerplex, Titan, and Battle Beast are all working together. But Battle Beast and Titan are actually there, but Powerplex isn't, because if he was actually there, like that would probably ruin the vibes.
Yeah. So
can I actually ask those things? What were you gonna say about Powerplex? You said you had something saved up about him.
Oh, well, actually, it's a good time. So in this section when you're fighting Powerplex, he kept spamming this one move where he's like, ah! Like his little things, like that little shock thing. He kept doing it over and over again, and it just like it would counter some of my moves, but he just kept doing this one thing over and over again. This was like the third fight, and I didn't do the tutorial, so I was just winging it, and I was still getting used to the very simple controls, which I've always struggled with. I much prefer just like normal traditional fighting game controls. I've always struggled with like assist modes in like
Do you
MVC3
mean light,
and
heavy,
whatnot.
medium, or?
No, I mean the fact you have like a dedicated special move, and then it's about pressing that in combination with another button to do certain moves, and as well as directions, and also the fact that when you just do like there is no light string, it just goes right into a combo with a super at the end if you've got the bar for it, and I just don't like the automated shit. I prefer having full manual control over everything. So I'll still.
I mean, like if you do light, medium, heavy manually, then you can do that. If you spam light, that's the auto combo.
Oh well, yeah, but just light it's just this automated combo, and I don't like stuff like that. So I was still getting to grips with that. So then I had no idea how to counter him, and he just kept doing this one move over and over again, and it fucking pissed me off. Not helped by the fact I was playing as the least mobile character in the game, Monster Girl.
Oh, she's a bit hard if you don't. Yeah, her dash is jumping.
So that fucking gave me some trouble. I got him back though when I was doing my arcade run when Conquest just flew through him and he exploded.
Oh, nice.
I do have a couple of clips of these things, so I could send them to you to put in the fourth slot if you want to.
If you want to,
get demonetized.
Oh, gonna get demonetized.
So you can see now why I'm like, yeah, Powerplex, fuck you. I'm glad Mark's calling you out on your bullshit and making fun of your dead family. Dipshit. Fuck
Well,
you.
when you think about it, Powerplex is one of the biggest idiots ever. You're supposed to feel bad for him, but he's really dumb. I was going to say that, like, I mean, he's going through trauma, I guess you could argue, but think about it. If you were to boil down what he's mad about, here's his life story. Yes, you saved the planet, but 0.0001% of people died while you were saving the planet. Forget they all would have died if not for you, but those few people died. Also, I'm going to kill my family trying to get revenge, but somehow I'm in the right.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think the story literally is like, it's tragic, but you're a fucking hypocrite too. Like at the end, it's like, I'm not blaming Mark for your families, that you did that all on your own and you're still blaming Mark. You're a hypocrite. I'm sorry.
He's a hypocrite for both. Mark didn't do anything wrong, really. He just tried to save the world, and it's hard.
Yeah.
They were asking him to do a perfect game in baseball. Like, a perfect game is hard, all right? It's good enough we won. And by the way, we only won because my dad loves me. Otherwise, we still would have been fucked. I did not beat him. I did not beat Omni-Man. He got tired of punching me. I got very lucky.
We still have you. I still have you, Dad. What will you have after 500 rage quits?
What I find funny, I think I mentioned this in story mode too. I go, we hear that Viltrumites are like super advanced and have all this amazing technology, but we rarely see it outside of their cool looking spaceships. And then I go, also, we see them just mostly punching and kicking. When you think they'd be able to make like guns and powerful weapons that they could use in combat, that could kill most aliens for them. And I'm like, well, so you think, they're just honorable, so they want to fight you because it's more fair. But no, they team up. They cheat every chance they get. So you're like, no, they're still cheaters.
I think it's a kind of like, I think it's a kind of an element of pride, but also they are hypocrites.
Yeah, they're huge hypocrites. Who's a bigger hypocrite, Viltrumite or the Predator? Who's a bigger hypocrite?
Ooh. Predator, because especially with the newer stuff, it's like, oh yeah, you won. We give you a weapon. We'll leave you alone. Ah, nice try, dipshit. We're also going to kidnap you and put you on ice. Like, no, these guys are worse than Viltrumites.
True. That would be like if a human hunted down the animals that got away and forced them to all fight in an illegal like cockfighting ring. That's what predators are pretty much doing.
The thing about Viltrumites, at least, is I would say they're still trying to maintain an image. They're trying to be like, we are honorable. That's why we need to show our pure strength. That's why we don't have technology. But also remember, they're hiding that because they're extinct, but they don't want the world to know about that. That's like an illusion that they're trying to maintain and whatnot. I don't know.
Sure.
Like Conquest has a metal arm, I guess.
When you think about it, it's kind of dumb that the good guy Viltrumite didn't try to breed as much as possible.
Thaddeus?
Yeah. Because then he could have made an army of good Viltrums.
Well, he doesn't want the Viltrum. He wants to annihilate the Viltrumite like bloodline. You see, this is what we're talking about, like season 4 spoiler stuff we might get into. So let's move on back to the game.
My idea is better.
So Mark managed to get free of it.
Yeah.
And then he also frees Robot and Rex. Which it's good that he gets them free. I'm glad Rex got so much screen time.
Oh yeah.
I guess they figured. I'm sure they knew that Rex was, because they were working on it before Rex's death in the show. But I imagine they knew that was going to happen from the comics.
Yeah.
So they probably figured, let's give this character some time to shine. He's a popular character. He's one of the best characters. Let's give him quite a bit. So
hell yeah.
I mean, he doesn't get as much to do in the latter half of the story, but early on, he's one of like the guys. It's really fun. Yeah. And so then they find this room where like all the other characters are being held.
You skip Elemental's introduction, dude. Great new OC character. Let's go.
Right.
Cetrion.
She is hilariously dull in the game. I thought she was going to be like Cetrion, and she's not. She's like, oh, hey, guys. Like, sup?
She's like a fanboy a little bit.
I thought she'd be the main villain. I thought she'd be the final boss.
I wanted that
cool
twist,
too, honestly.
But we'll get to that when that happens. Yeah, I wanted that twist.
So she shows up, and she's hallucinating as well, and they get the thing off her, and she's like, oh, I know who you guys are. You're
wait, hang on, Snake. Hang on. I want to ask this. What difficulty did you play on Dog when you're playing story mode?
Oh, I definitely played easy. Yeah.
Okay, I played on the hardest difficulty. So when I play Elemental, 1v3!
Oh.
What?
You're a nightmare.
On the
You're a nightmare
hardest
all over again.
difficulty? You first had that one fight where Mark has to fight Robot and Rex all on his own. And I was like, are you kidding me? I first tried it,
That is the
though.
funniest part about the game is that despite it being this simulation where 90% of it's not real, they still try to make the matchups like canon to what's happening in the scene. And I'm like, you didn't have to do that. You could have made it to where you always have 3 people on your team because it's a simulation. It doesn't have to make sense.
I think it's interesting to have different amount of characters.
I'm trying to defend you, Sonic.
Yeah,
Never again. Never again.
No, I'm annoyed. Wait, hang on. I won. I still did it. Okay, I still did the challenge. You know, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like, the fact that they made you do it is very interesting. At what cost? How long did you? You took like less than an hour to beat the story mode. I took 2 hours.
Yeah,
That's why I didn't feel the story mode was that short.
Because of that one fight? Damn.
No,
one fight. Hell yeah.
the fight that took me the longest was actually Rex versus Nolan 1v1 because I was so bad with Rex, and I was like, projectile, come when I'm dead. I had to do like 11 attempts, and I'm just so bad with Rex. Ironically, he's super strong in the game, and I have no idea how to play him. Oh, by the way, this is where the funny title card drops, which I thought was kind of funny how late it drops in the game.
Element. I expect them to do it because they already did it in the intro, which was part of the initial trailer. But yeah, so she's like, "Oh, your robot."
Oh my gosh!
Explode, and your title card.
Yeah,
That's cute.
it was so late. I thought it was really funny.
I know it's a core part of the show's identity at this point, but I'm so over it. I stopped finding it funny after like. I think the only time it was funny, the last time it was funny was when it was like 3 times in one scene.
Do you mean the Powerplex episode?
Is that the one it was?
Yeah.
I need justice. We need to bring Bam. We need to bring Bam.
When is Bam gonna be responsible for his actions? We need to.
No, I thought that was very funny.
So Elemental is introduced. I don't know what it is about the. She feels off art style wise with the face.
She does.
She looks like she's from like she looks more. She might fit in something like Arcane.
She's a bit more
Or
stylized.
something.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So she definitely feels like she doesn't belong here, which who knows? Maybe they'll eventually reveal why that is.
The twist.
Yeah,
Here, side note, by the way, here's an
so
artwork to celebrate like the Invincible, and they drew all the characters in the show
There
style.
she
So there
is.
is a show version of the style of her. Which I think that does fit.
Even here, she looks
so
weird.
wrong.
Her head's all weird.
Perhaps.
It's all big.
If they ever
Yeah.
animated
then
her
again,
for season 5
Omni-Man
or
looks the
something.
worst. Good lord, bro got hit with something like a brick. Look at his face.
I mean, I still think it's a very cute artwork of just
Why
like
does
the
Omni-Man
show
look so
style.
bad?
I mean, you gotta replicate the show style.
Why did they make? Is this official or where's this from?
Invincible versus official posted this as a celebration for when the
Why
game
does
came
Titan have his fists all weird like that?
out. Ooh. Well, they want to replicate the show as much as possible.
What with bad animation?
That's the joke. Yes, that's the joke. There's a tangent line for Conquest's scar up to like Elemental's clothes. Anyways, keep going, Snake. I don't want to keep interrupting you.
Yeah. So Elemental is introduced, and so we play a fight from her perspective. We get to fight some dudes like Powerplex, and then after that, Powerplex is gone because he's not actually part of the story.
No.
Which, good. And so then the 4 of them enter this room where they find everyone else in these pods, which includes Anissa and
Lucan.
what's the other Viltrumite called?
Lucan.
Yeah. So they're here too. They've also been captured for some reason, somehow. It's not explained. The game doesn't explain how or when everyone got captured.
No.
But they all come out of their pods and you have to do like 3 fights in a row where you're basically fighting everybody because they're all hallucinating various things.
I thought it was only 2 fights. But yeah. And that's another 2v3.
I think it's 3, but yeah. So you see if just like you're given like 2 to fight 3 or what have you, like you're each one because you've only got 4 dudes. So then everyone's all freed and it's like, okay.
My bad. It's actually 5 because you have 2 of them fighting in the chamber. Then you have one of them where it's Anissa hallucinating Nolan, and you have 3 fights there. So technically speaking, it's 5. Yeah.
Yeah. A whole bunch of fights. You get some variety in the locations as well because of the hallucinations. Like the hallucination thing was probably the smartest thing they put in the story because not only does it justify random fights, it also allows you to just view the character's POV and then you see things completely differently. It was a smart move.
In my playthrough, I thought I was like saying like they have captured some of the best fighters, such as like Monster Girl, and then oh my gosh, Battle Beast, Viltrumites, and most importantly, a random guy in a tuxedo, old man. Like one of the strongest characters. They definitely had to capture that guy because he's so overpowered.
Cecil is also here.
He has the money. He has the ability of tax money, taxpayer dollars.
Yeah.
Go toss my money.
The greatest superpower in the world.
Yes.
So then, so they all leave that room, and Mark realizes, wait, Cecil doesn't have one of these devices on him, and he said something weird.
Hang on, you forgot the twist that they're trying to make, which is like, none of us have ever met Elemental. Indeed, right, everybody? Did you think about that? Think about the Invincible fans. Think about the comic fans. None of us have seen this character's existence. And I actually was tricked a little bit. I was like, you're making an interesting point here, actually. Like, literally, we've never met her. But then it's like, I do know Robert Kirkman is making a side comic for her, so that's what they're trying to be. It's like, oh yeah, Rex is like, oh yeah, but an Elemental does exist. It's like, apparently, like, she worked with Ray, as she's saying, and whatnot. So I was a little intrigued. Like, are they going to go with this angle where it's like Elemental is actually more of like an actual made-up character for this simulation? And then instantly just like, oh no, Cecil slipped up and be like, Mark talked to, I know you talked to her, and then like Mark was like, how did you know that? You don't have a device. Okay, Cecil, you're actually fake.
Immediately.
I was wishing that we could get that suspense more.
Yeah, and I guess for the gameplay reasons, Mark doesn't just like grab him and go, you know, you fucker, you're fake or whatever. He just immediately starts pummeling, he just beat the shit out of him, which
yeah,
Cecil would die. He would die from this beating if he was actually Cecil. So that's why it's really funny when you transition into the fight and Mark goes, I hope I'm right about this.
God,
it's like,
I hope
yeah,
I'm right.
Mark, I do too.
Yeah. And I think that's really funny is like when I was fighting against him, it's like, yes, we are trapped in this interdimensional, like wherever the fuck we are. It's like there's no way to get out of here. But Cecil can still use his teleportations and like call in his like taxpayer money to like summon the reanimates and use the guns, which now makes sense because that's a fake, you know, in a funny way if you really think about it. And also, this is a very side note. I find it so funny that the Viltrumites are working with the heroes in this like situation. It's like, we can kill you, but we are actually in a situation together. So I guess we'll work together. It's like, I think it's really funny Anissa and Lucan are working, and Battle Beast are all working together.
You don't even get the moment you expect for that to happen, where the characters go, oh no, I guess we'll have to work together. But don't think this means we're friends. We're just working together in this situation. They don't even do that. It's literally just wordlessly they all decide, yeah, we're gonna have to work together to get out of this.
They did it for Battle Beast a little bit, which is like Elemental sprayed water on him. It's like, God, chill, Battle Beast. Okay, we're gonna fight her later. Okay, chill. We're gonna solve this together. Okay.
Yeah.
They did do that for Battle Beast at least. I do think it's a little unfortunate Cecil is fake because I would think it's really funny if Cecil worked with Viltrumites for this situation. That concept I think is really funny.
Yeah. So our guys are all together now. They find out it's these robot guys.
The technicians.
Are they the guys who? Yeah, are they the guys who are working with
Angstrom and Levy?
Angstrom?
Yes.
Yes, because that's a plot thread that the show hasn't. I don't think it's returned to yet.
So this might be tiny spoilers because my friend was a super Invincible fan. He actually explained this to me. Maybe Dog can correct me on this. The Technicians is another plot that isn't really utilized in the comics. So that's why they were like, well, why don't we try to like put them as like the plot line for the story mode, because we didn't really utilize them in the story of what's upcoming in the story and stuff like that. We just know the Technicians are there. They're related to Angstrom and Levy, but what are they? Apparently they don't go really deep into that in the comics, so why not use them in this fighting game? And I think that's a really interesting way to use something that is in the canon and do more with that and stuff.
Yeah. So it turns out it's them, but so in addition to the hallucination stuff, they can also shapeshift.
Yep.
And copy ability, so they take on the forms of the 5 Viltrumites on the roster.
6.
Because it's 5 of them. And
6.
And so 6?
Omni-Man, Anissa, Lucan, Thula, Conquest, and how did I forget one of them? Is it really 5?
Yeah.
Omni-Man, Anissa, Lucan, Thula, Conquest. Oh, am I? Because 6 Viltrumites, because Mark, so my bad. So it's 5, yes. 5 with the special black and orange Viltrumites.
Silly man.
Blah.
Let us know in the comments whether Sonic kept that part in or edited it out to make himself look better.
Don't drag it on, just keep going, jeez.
Because I didn't actually look into what the story was about. I saw the original trailer, and then I saw the thumbnail for the story trailer, and that was it.
Yes.
And I'm glad I didn't watch any story trailers, because I think that would have given me like 25% of the entire fucking story right there.
Perhaps, but at the same time, you don't know why they're there. But you know it's going to happen, but you don't know why.
But like, so what I was under the impression was that this can be some kind. It's like an alternate universe with the Viltrumites.
That's what everybody thought. Yes, that's what everybody thought. Yeah,
which I think would have been more interesting. But unfortunately, that's not what the story is. So. They're just taking on the forms of the Viltrumites in conveniently at these black and red uniforms, so that they stand out from the two actual Viltrumites, so that no one gets confused during the fighting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which could have been an interesting plot point for a brief part, but from this point, there's basically no plot. It's just fighting.
Third act,
for the
final
next-
action scene. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're just fighting for like 6, 7 fights, just one after another, back to back to back, with no real plot other than Elemental is destroying a machine, I think.
Yeah.
Don't you fucking dare, Sonic.
Well, you said it, not me.
Shut up. So she's taking out this device that allows them to shapeshift and also to regenerate. Like, the most violence you see in the cutscenes is when they get like, I think one of them gets like the jaw punched off and then it just regenerates.
Ironically, Thula gets her jaw punched off. No, I didn't think about that.
True.
Because she gets her jaw punched off in season 2 too.
Yep.
That happens, and then you get, there's a cool bit where like Thula versus Thula. That was pretty
Anissa
good.
versus Anissa. Not Thula wasn't there.
Yes, yeah.
That
sorry.
was cool. Yeah.
I like the part where Mark is like chasing down the fake Anissa, given some of the stuff that happens later in the comic that I know about.
He
It's like,
beats
that felt,
the shit out of her.
that felt good. That felt very good. Fuck you, bitch. And
Can I?
so
Can I add something here? The action scene is pretty fucking rad. I think the
so
animation
too.
for the action scenes, especially that third act, pretty great. Especially when you compare it to the show's action scene. I'm like, oh, there's camera work here. Ooh, there's actually some real fun stuff. I love like so many moments. Especially, I like the part where it's like Battle Beast and Eve had like a wombo combo together. I'm like, what? Battle Beast and Eve combo? Whoa!
And Battle Beast
it's
did
very
the
fun.
anime thing where he's doing a swing that's supposed to be fast, but he has time to deliver a whole sentence. Yes, this is what I've been
is what I
waiting
crave
for.
for.
And then it hits.
Yes.
He does the typical
It was very
anime
fun.
shit.
I know
I
there's
love
quite a
the
few times
action
where a
scenes. There's several points in the story mode when I just say like, guys, this looks so cute. Doesn't this like look good? Anyone who says this game looks ugly is just lying. These scenes in story mode especially just look fun. Like they look
Some
so
people
good.
would say like there's some choppy animation in them. I'm just like
So
that
is
on purpose.
Spider-Verse.
You don't
Spider-Verse
realize
is
that's
also
on
choppy.
purpose, right?
Yeah.
It's on purpose. Yeah, exactly, like Spider-Verse. It's like that they did that's a they can smooth out the frames if they wanted to, but they want to give that comic that the 2D art style for the
that's
3D-ness.
I actually didn't like it because I felt like there was way too much of a difference between the frame rates of the characters and the environments. Like particularly when you have the first fight with Conquest where you're Robot and Mark. In that scene, the fire is going at like a normal like 30, 60 frames, whereas the characters are going at a much lower rate, and it's really jarring.
I thought you were going to
Whereas,
bring
like,
up the fact that gameplay is 60 FPS, but the cutscenes are a lot less. Or is that okay?
That's whatever.
Okay.
That's fine. It's when the things on screen don't line up, and at least with I feel like with Spider-Verse as the example, it's like, well, that was done intentionally with a specific idea that Miles' frame rate smooths out as he becomes a better Spider-Man. So he starts out choppy because he's inexperienced, then as he gets better by the end, he's like the same frame rate as the rest. That's a cool detail. But plus with the whole like glitching of reality, it kind of fits. Whereas here it's just we want the characters to go at a frame rate that matches the show, but the environments are a lot smoother, so it just doesn't gel well. I think everything should have been that same frame rate.
Fair enough. I still think the frame rate. I actually think the frame rate was like even less compared to the show. It was like even like. I can't be completely certain about this, but I feel like there's more frame rates in the show compared to even this video game. But even like the action choreography, I thought was actually better than certain fights. Like most of the show's fight scenes, that part where like Omni-Man was like dodging Battle Beast's like mace, and like he was doing like a like that part. I was like, okay, that was really hype when that shit was happening.
One thing I found funny was that there were quite a few times where a character would be flying, get grabbed by the ankle and slammed. They love that move in these scenes. It happens multiple times.
Gotcha. We're gonna do the season 1 episode 1 Omni-Man slam, which actually his super too.
So after the big fight, by which point you've played as almost everyone. You've not played as Thula. You've not played as Conquest.
Powerplex.
And yeah, I think that's everyone you don't play as.
Cecil. You also don't play as Cecil.
Oh yeah, but you get basically everyone else. So again, it's nice to get to play as pretty much everyone. So then they take down the machine and they like take down the bad guys. They're all dead, presumably. They've all been. I did like and this is bit where she
so you can play.
Yeah, and then it just goes. Brah!
Yes. Can I add a comment here? I feel so bad for people who haven't read the comics because, unfortunately, I think, especially this game, if you know nothing else, I think a lot of people are gonna really like Anissa. Like, I feel like people are just like, dude, she's so badass. She's so cool. She takes shit for nothing. She's so strong. I love her. I don't want to say who, but someone online is like, really liking Anissa on her team, and she's like, oh, I love this outfit for her. I want to put her on my girl team. It's gonna be so awesome. Everyone in the comments are just like, pray for her. Pray for this person and stuff like that.
Yeah, this is.
It's unfortunate. They did kind of make her pretty cool.
One of the most.
Yeah, you gotta keep reading
characters.
in the comics. You know, you gotta keep seeing what happens after the bad stuff.
That's what I mean. It's like it hasn't happened yet, guys. Okay, so I don't think we should open the floodgates.
The story keeps going for Anissa's character after that.
Yeah. Well, anyways, but we don't even know what happened to that.
Yeah. So after the bad guys are defeated, the thing is.
By the way, speaking of Anissa, real quick, she loses off screen at one point to like the crappy phonies, which is funny. She's just the real Anissa's unconscious. Like she got beat by somebody off screen. It's like, wait, who beat her? Who beat the real Anissa?
I thought it was the fake Anissa. Like, and the device got destroyed. She's like, what the?
Dog, please don't make me do Injustice versus Biggest Losers. Don't do this to me.
We ain't forcing shit. It's up to you if you want to find out. If you want to do that.
Yeah. So everyone gets teleported back to Earth, and they're all just in a street. Potentially where they were picked up from, we don't know. And then they realised, oh, there's these big drills in the city. So they were keeping us distracted, so we couldn't do anything about it.
Dun, dun, dun. I hated that so much. I was like, no, how dare you? And just like this.
Yeah, so I don't remember a lot of the stuff you guys talked about when in the Invincible versus episode. So was there any discussion at all of story DLC?
No. No, because like even Rip was like, I don't know anything about the story mode. I haven't even played it myself. So we knew nothing about story mode. And the only thing, even back then, the story mode trailer didn't even come out yet. So nobody knew anything about the story mode at that point. So no, we don't even know if they're going to continue this story or not. I would assume... since we got to the ending anyways, I guess we should just get our general thoughts out there and whatnot, right? And we can talk about that as a negative and talk about a potential sequel. I liked this story mode. I thought it was pretty good. I actually think, in fact, I think a lot of the things that I would criticize for other story modes, fighting game story modes out there, work a lot more in this specific story mode. It's like the criticism about like power scaling. It's like, well, how the heck can Rex fight Omni-Man? Well, you see, it's only the head. So it's like, you can explain it like that. Yeah. How does I guess even Jono was saying, like, how can the doors, like, how can Adam and Eve not just molecule out the door? Perhaps the system or whatnot is limiting some of her powers or something. You can all explain that shit because it's all like an illusion, and that's why these fights can make sense, or these like matchups can make sense and stuff like that. So from like a fighting game story mode, I think a lot of this works. One of my friends was saying, like, I kind of wish this was like an animated episode, and I'm like, no, because I feel like if it's an animated episode, it's just gonna be like nonstop action. But because even the director of this story mode made an interview saying, like, it wants to put you in the episode and in this sporadic feeling of like you got to fight your way out of this episode kind of a feeling, and I think that can only work in like a fighting game story and stuff like that. So I have issues, but overall I'm like, I liked it. I was like, oh, pretty fun 1 hour story mode for me.
No, I think it's a great story mode too. I enjoyed it, and I know it's very short. Luckily, I knew that going in. Otherwise, I would have probably got upset. That's why I said in my review at the end, I'm like, I give this like an 8 out of 10 maybe as far as how enjoyable it was to play, but I knew it was short going in. If I didn't know it was short, it'd probably be a 6. But even then, I'd still realize after some contemplation, like, oh, there's probably going to be a part 2 when the Season 1 character bundle wraps up, and then like a part 3 with the next pack, and that kind of thing. And they just want to keep it going.
Yep. That's the big negative that's the biggest negative, I would say, because I feel like this story mode works so well on its own, but if they make a part 2, I'm like, are they just going to do the same thing over again? Because what makes the story mode work a lot is the first half is a big question mark. It's a big, like, sporadic, random, like, fighting of, like, what's going on? Why is this all happening? But they can't do that again. So it's like, you can't just have Mark fight Nolan again, like, later on in the story mode, like, more illusion, stuff like that, because it works really well for a one-off. But if they do it again for part 2, I just can't see it working so well, honestly, and that's gonna like maybe bring down my feeling towards this story. But if they just defeated the technicians and that's that, and they might be like, oh, I don't really remember what happened. I think I saw this guy with a scrawny face called Kong. Cool, I forgot. Something like that. I think that would have worked a lot better personally. But who knows if they ever make a part two? You know,
you go into it assuming it's going to be like when you have an anime original movie, where here's this other plot that apparently happens in between seasons, and then here's this cool new original character who only exists in this
the movie, yeah.
and the most important person in the story, and then once the movie's over, they're done. Elemental is not that. She's barely relevant. Like, you could easily just swap her out with anybody else. It could have just been like Rey or someone, and nothing would fucking change. Like,
yeah,
it really doesn't matter.
Stop trying to shove Rey into the game, people.
She's one of the best characters.
Why not?
Actually, she's one of the best characters when she almost got eaten and then turned out to not be eaten, and then
she didn't get eaten.
Superhero.
What's wrong with not getting eaten, dog?
How dare you?
Dog, are you a secret Vor file? Are you like, yo, she should have been Vored. She should have died. That's what it should have gone, but she didn't, so I hate her. Is that what's going on here, dog?
Rey. I think it's funny that everyone's trying to shove her in when I'm like, what does she do in the show that makes you want her to be in the game?
That sounds like a really fun moveset to try and implement, you know?
Yeah. So something could be better than what they did with the Atom.
The Atom was pretty well done, honestly, to be fair. And at least the Atom had layered stuff. Like, he didn't just have the shrink. He could also use that gun that had, like, powers in it. He had the chemicals he could mix that made it fun. I feel like Rey would just be, I get small.
Maybe she could add additional stuff.
But I don't know how you
They made duplicate really
I think it'd be cute she's in the game. It would be. I just think it's funny how people are going so hard for her over other characters. Like, put Shrieking Rey in the game. And I'm like, yeah, it'd be cool. But also, I'm not sure how they could implement it, because she could only get small during, like, the attack themselves. She couldn't stay small, because that'd be super unfair gameplay balance wise. Like, it just wouldn't work.
The point is, it could be a really fun idea to do. By the way, I just want to send this picture. We don't need to say anything, by the way. I'm just going to send this picture. It's a YouTube thumbnail.
Yeah, I love this.
That's it. Okay, I'm just sending this picture. I'm not going to say anything.
The Fortnite bucket.
Yes, the Fortnite bucket. I'm not going to say the fact that I'll censor that, by the way. But I just think it's really funny that this person, unfortunately, you know.
Listen, I love this thumbnail. This is peak, like, 2020, like, 24, like, thumbnail.
It's great. That's why I wanted to send it. It's fantastic.
Also, is that male tech jacket from the comic and not the one from the show, which is obviously the one that would make it in?
Tech jacket, that's the name. They made the character so mid in the show that I forgot the character's name.
Unfortunate.
I don't mind the redesign, by the way. It's just that Tech Jacket is, like, weak as fuck in the show, whereas in the comics, he's, like, not Omni-Man level, but he's a Viltrumite killer, like straight up. He can kill Viltrums.
So, what was I saying?
Movie, Elemental.
Yeah,
so talking about Elemental,
that's not what she ends up being. She's just barely a factor. And so I have to wonder, are they planning a second episode? Like, is this going to be like a mini-series? Like, that's episode 1, here's episode 2, maybe she gets to do more in that. I don't think you could do much more than 2 episodes, just because we've done most of the done so many matchups, and you can't just keep doing the whole... I think you'd have to rely on, like, doppelgangers or something, because we've already... or mind control, we've done the illusion thing.
The technicians,
so,
doppelgangers, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, you need a new excuse to have all these other characters, unless we do multiverse, which I don't want, but fuck it, there's not many other options.
I want to compliment this because multiverse would have been such an easy cop-out for the story mode. The fact that they didn't do it, the fact that they instead... Okay, technicians are multiverse characters, but the fact that it's the technicians, I think is way cooler, personally speaking.
Me too, because they kind of were dropped in the show a little bit. It felt like they were going to do something, and they just kind of didn't after that. You know, I mean, to be fair, they were the main part of season 2, or whatever, but still.
Which is what I said early on. Yes, I said that.
I did laugh when they're in the story mode, when like they're getting beat up and they heal and go, as you can see, we've improved on the base model. And I'm like, did you? Because you took damage in the first place. Like, that wouldn't even hurt Conquest. He would have just shrugged that off.
If it's a Viltrumite, she could just probably break Adam and Eve's like shield, but Adam and Eve was able to shield it off and be fine. Off topic, I love how when the technicians, when they use their moves and stuff like that, it's just like the lower pitch. It's just like, get ready, time for your lesson. As he's using the Anissa ultimate, it's just like a really deep, like mechanical voice and stuff like that. I thought that was really funny in the gameplay.
That was cute. I love how just like cliche villains whose like whole thing is being really smart, Their technology is smart. Their plan is really stupid. And I just love that trope. It's like your plan was so...
We need the combat power.
And it's like, yeah, but why are you the ones using it? Why don't you have like a robot that wears the stuff instead to be powerful? Why are you amping yourself so that when you get hit, you can still eventually die? Like you're the super advanced race, but you didn't think about drones? The base thing that humans have already figured out to do? Drones? Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. So
then again, we saw that they lived anyway, technically. They teleported them somewhere else, I guess. So they didn't die. Except that one guy. That one named... Anyway. Why are you making that face at me, Sonic?
Because you interrupted Snake.
Oh, I did? Sorry.
Again.
I was already talking! Anyway.
You stopped for like 3 seconds, and then Snake was about to talk, but then again the technician... But then again... Go ahead, Snake. Give us your amazing conclusion.
Yeah, I don't know what more they can really do with this roster that we've not already done, so I don't expect them to do an episode a season. That would be stupid, but if they do another episode right when the game's over, they might be able to make the full story package feel good. But on release, when people are spending full price on it, this is just not good enough. I think if they do more story stuff, it should be free.
Yeah,
kind of like
I think so too. I think it should be included.
It's not a full price game, but still like an hour long, really. And then then if you have to pay for more, like that's going to leave a bad taste in people's mouths. I think it would have to be free.
As shitty. And by the way, like right now, Invincible VS is catching a lot of flack because of $10 skins. As shitty as Tekken 8's microtransaction and all that shit and what Tekken 8 is going through, Unforgotten Echoes was free. So I'll give them that. And it's a terrible story mode, but still, it's free. So I'll give them that at least. So hopefully Invincible VS can also make the DLC characters pay, sure, but give us a free story mode, I feel like.
Devs, don't just copy what NetherRealm does. Look to these other companies and go, okay, well, that worked. They had the story expansion be free. We should do that. Like, charge for the characters, whatever, I don't care. Just the story, any story expansion should be free. And if there's no extra story, then this story just goes down as one of the worst.
Yeah,
there's no resolution.
You're right. And I think they'll do that, what you're saying. I think they'll do what you're saying just because they already made the game cheaper than a regular fighting game. So I think they'll do what you're saying and not recharge. Then again, those skins are looking pretty sus, though. All those skins that came out, all the microtransactions are looking pretty sussy-wussy.
By the way, a friend of mine told me this, and I'm like, uh-oh. You know how... This is the worst timeline. So obviously, if we want a story mode part 2, it's like we want more cool cutscenes, we want more character interactions, we want more yada yada. Could you imagine the DLC they give us, the story mode stuff, is like Suicide Squad, Killer Justice League type DLC story mode?
Oh no.
PowerPoint.
Oh, it's just images, yeah.
Like, can you imagine if they don't have the budget and it's just like...
Oh, I thought you meant they just recycled the exact same story of events, but it's a different Brainiac this time. Like, it's the same, you're being tricked, but it's just a different group of people tricking them.
They could do that, but I was talking more about the PowerPoint presentation way of showing the story.
Imagine taking that literally, and it's like, the plot is, you have to go through the multiverse and kill the 13 Omnimans.
The 13 technicians, yes.
No. Snake,
oh my
stop.
Gosh.
Snake, no.
It's like the worst scenario, yes. The worst part.
But, yeah, so I think the fact that the story's not concluded, like if it just been okay, we got out of that it'd be like it's a nothing burger of a story, but at least it's concluded. If there is no conclusion, then this will be one of the worst. Even though there are things I like about it, like how many characters you get to play as, the way they utilized the hallucinations early on was actually very clever. I think they maybe could have done with keeping that around a bit longer. Like if the technicians could reactivate it, so then during all the chaos, no one knows who's who, and so the Viltrumites are like.
But they broke it, remember? So well then.
Yeah,
it's like double dream sequence. Yeah,
Yeah, so like.
Was it a dream sequence at the end, or they teleport him away?
Don't know.
No, it's teleport.
That's what I thought too. Yeah, I thought it was teleport. Yeah.
Well, ironically though, they teleport them, but then Lucan, Anissa, and Battle Beast aren't there, so it's like. I thought it was always they woke up from a dream or some shit, so they're on their own planets, and the people on Earth are still on Earth. That's what I thought.
Well, I think they are still on... Well, I imagine they are still on their own planet, so all just deposited whatever planet they got pulled from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is very nice of them to do that. They could have teleported them into space and just instantly killed half of them.
Yeah.
Which is why I think it's like all in their head. That's what I thought. It's not explained. So
again, we still don't know where the heroes came from. Presumably, they're not all been put back where they were because Elemental is with them, and they didn't. They don't know who she is.
You can't overthink it. Yeah.
No, it does need some added stuff. That's where I thought the arcade endings would have been a good way to flesh things out. Maybe go, well, that adventure's over. Now, while we're dealing with this thing, here's something Mark does. Here's something this happens. But no, I'll just tell you what Mark's ending is. I don't know if there's unique bosses for each one, but his last boss was Omni-Man. So you fight Omni-Man
I don't
into
think
the
so,
Viltrumites.
but...
So he beats him, and then he's just there narrating it, saying about how... I don't remember what the fuck he even talks about. It was just so nothing. There's no story. He's just... His borders on a character bio, and he's just beating Nolan down, and then Eve comes over, and that's it. What?
Yeah, I played Battle Beast's arcade ending, and he's just like, there's no worthy opponents, and then he beats up Eve, and Eve turns into like the Awakened season finale version, and it's like, aha, there is actually an opponent I can fight. And
that's something.
That is kind of something, I guess. Yeah.
Why is the main guy's ending so nothing? That's bullshit.
Yeah.
I need to watch them.
I wouldn't.
How are these endings? Are they like the slideshows or are they animated?
Yeah,
it's slideshows.
It's basically 2 images using the character models.
2 or 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So about as cheap as you could do it then. Okay.
It's
not
a
even original
10-minute
art.
compilation.
Gotcha.
Well, I mean, it's still
fair,
like the models and whatnot.
I do think now Snakes pointed it out, how the reveal that you beat the villains of story mode just to be the same villains for the part 2 is a bit lame. I have no idea about the spoilers for DLC or anything, but if Thrag is there in the DLC, that could have been a really cool way to end it instead, where it's like, yeah, we beat this threat, but look to the sky, and it's like just his like silhouette in the distance, and you're like,
the
oh,
technician
fuck.
Thrag.
No more technicians. The idea is that like you beat the technicians, but here's a new threat.
But why?
Yeah, because it's a new threat.
Just have him show up.
Yeah, we'll just have it be a new threat. It's clearly still not canon, like we established. This story doesn't fit in the canon universe. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
So
it's like the anime movie treatment.
I mean, like, if they do a part 2, obviously all the DLC characters will be in it, and that means that Universa would be part of the story. Like, Universa would just show up. Like, what? Why? Why is she here? And then
actually,
also,
where is Immortal?
And also,
I thought it was so funny he's not here. Duplicate's here.
Yeah.
They are dating at this point, so I'm like,
keep in mind
that
the real
does lead
duplicate could just be off having fun the whole time and just not caring.
But that does lead into the other point, which is that we're already deviated from the main canon in certain small ways, which doesn't really fit quite neatly. And then you'd be like, well, here's these characters. Like Conquest shouldn't be here, even as a hallucination, because they don't know who he is. And then here's Universa. And then, presumably, Immortal would actually win a fight, which is just completely wrong for the canon. So, at that point, fuck it, throw Thrag in.
it's the video game. Let him win. Let him win. Come on. Rex Splode can fight against Omni-Man. Give our Immortal, please.
Immortal gets one fight, and he's hallucinating, and he doesn't realize he's fighting Kate.
That's the best part about playing him when he finally drops in the game, is going to be popping off when you win. Like, if Immortal ends up being a decent character, or even top tier, and you win matches, it's like, yeah, Immortal wins, floats away.
Just bring that, bring that in if they want.
How have they never had the joke where well, I guess because he never wins a fight, but they never had a joke where he goes, I am, and it shows a title card saying Immortal.
Immortal.
Awesome.
Actually, that would be funny if he did win a fight. Gotta keep that
Immortal
in mind.
was technically going to beat Mark in that one fight, but then Omni-Man showed up. So, yeah.
Which fight was that?
To be fair, you say it's not really much of a... It's not a high bar to be like, he almost beat Mark. Wow. Some chump on the street could beat Mark. Mark is one of the worst fighters in that show.
Mark fluctuates. Someone said that too in the comments where Robot goes, I don't think these are regular Viltrumites. And Mark goes, huh? What do you mean? And he goes, because you're not getting your ass kicked, Mark. So I'm like, no, but I prefer this version of Mark that is like at one point 2v1ing like the different Viltrumites just to distract him. And I'm like, I like this. This is the Mark I've wanted since like season 2. But
so I think the thing is, I agree that the biggest negativity about this story mode is the ending, because I just feel like, oh man, it's just like a part 2. And I mean, I guess this can be like, it can what's the word I'm using, like denied. It can be like canceled, this negativity, if somehow part 2 was pretty good, but we don't know. So until we know about it, I would say I agree that is the biggest negativity. It doesn't detract like 90% of everything else in the story mode for me. I still like this story mode, but we will see how they pick it up, if they do. And I hope they do, actually.
And we can't go as hard against them as we would with, like, say, NetherRealm, because this is an indie team, and they clearly had a fairly small budget to work with. Like, just looking at the endings as an example, clearly this was... I'm sure if they had like a NetherRealm budget, the story probably would have been way bigger.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest complaints too. People are saying like, I wish it was just 3 hours and stuff like that, and I'm like, yeah, but I've also known this is going to be an episode length. Yeah,
it's one of those tricky things to discuss because, you do have to keep in mind it is an indie team, so there's only so much they can do. But at the same time, this is the product we were given, and it's an hour long. That's not much. So it's tricky to balance the two things you have to acknowledge that did come together to create what we have.
Yeah, and I mean, keep in mind, like Killer Instinct, their last game, doesn't really even have like a story mode and stuff like that, and also that's a whole different can of worms. But that game was still very successful in its own right. So I think from that to full on like cutscenes and like a 1 hour story mode, that I think is pretty good. Which, saying a fighting game story mode is pretty good, that's a big achievement considering what we have as competition, in my opinion. Right? Right?
True.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Nice.
And hey,
they're usually not very good.
You might find that this ending is better than the one for Season 4. I don't think that's the case, but you might.
I think it's funny how, like, we'll talk about it later off stream, because it's not really a Season 4 video.
Let's not talk about the show. Let's now talk about something very unfortunate that happened to this little indie team that is very, very, in my opinion, damaging, but unfortunately the cat is out of the bag, so we kind of want to talk about it. There's been a major leak, so we're going to talk about this major leak that happened, so skip this section if you do not want to listen to the major leak stuff.
Future Sonic is going to put a nice convenient timestamp down there in the fourth box. That's going to let you know to go here. And I guess we'll probably have sections as well in the timeline. So
of course,
it's easy to skip past the part if you don't want to get spoiled on the leaks. And so this is it. Go on, piss off to that point. 3, 2, 1.
Okay. You know how we criticize like NRS and how easily they get their stuff leaked. You know, it's like, oh wow, before Chaos Reigns comes out, we already knew Gender Swap, Sector Cyrex, and the Noob Saibot and the guest characters and whatnot. Haha.
To be fair, this wasn't leaked until 2 out of the 4 were already revealed.
2B? Did someone say 2B? Just flash 2B from Nier Automata. 2B fair?
No, flash 2B's butt from Nier Automata.
Don't give me additional work. Holy shit.
Half it was already revealed before the leak, so they're doing better than NetherRealm.
No, Snake, do you know what the leak is? Do you know how many characters got leaked?
It's more than Season 1?
It's 10 characters.
Also,
like
Season 2
2,
also.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
No.
9 characters got leaked.
I didn't know that many.
Yes. It's like, and not only that, it's straight up not just like, oh, speculation or some shit. No. Mark Grayson has intro dialogues with every single one of these characters. People have found the models in game. People have found Immortal's model and a certain other character.
Scrunchy faced.
Yes. Here's the thing. Wait, hang on a second. Do you guys, now that Snake doesn't know, do you guys want to know about the list now? Because now that Snake doesn't even know.
I'm not even sure if Snake cares, because Snake doesn't like the game very much. I'm not sure he's going to come back to play it anyway.
Okay, fair. We're talking about leaks anyways.
I'm fine hearing this. Come on.
Here are all the characters that got leaked. Bam.
Do we know which ones are in Season?
We do not know, but it seems like there is like something like Angstrom Levy was going to be Season 3.
Oh my god, really? Okay, that's a cool one. Okay.
Yeah, see? So let's talk about them.
Mauler Twins.
Universa Immortal have already been confirmed, and it seems like Mauler Twins and, holy shit, Agent Spider might be the next 2 characters, which, great picks. And the next season, Damien Darkblood, Oliver, Angstrom Levy, Dinosaurus, and Volcanica.
Volcanica's a bad one. That's a bad pick.
That's a weird one, I would say, but the moveset might be cool. But that is a weird one.
Yeah, but dog, she's kind of bad though.
She's kind of bad though.
Does she have a dumpy? I don't know.
I saw how people were with that fire elemental thing from Oblivion in the remaster.
Oh my gosh, I remember that. Holy shit.
You know, and that she's basically that. I think you understand why she's.
I would say actually the funniest one people are making fun of is like, dude, do you really want us to pay money for fucking fraud Oliver? Like, I feel so bad. Fraud lover.
I'm surprised that he's on here because I would have thought he would have been too young to kill him off. I was going to make a joke. I was going to make a joke saying, you know, well, the way they could implement him is if you make him part of a puppet fighter group where he's not the one who gets killed, but you do. He can still fight basically, and basically the puppet fighter.
I guess Volcanico could be a fun character, you know, just the story's bad.
Come on, you know who?
The puppet fighter? Oh yeah, obviously.
Yeah,
no, sorry. Yeah. Dog was saying something and Snake was saying something. I was.
My bad.
Yeah. How do I answer? Who do I answer first? Yes, the Hell episode is the worst thing in the entire franchise. I agree with that. But I think the moveset for Damien Darkblood would be cool. Volcanica for a choice. But it could be a cool moveset. I agree with that. But there's so many other characters in Invincible that I'd rather want here. So perhaps a bit of an L. Okay, now the Snake puppet fighter for Conquest or something.
No, Debbie.
Oh, what?
but you move her around to not die and have like, very basic hits, while Oliver's the puppet you control around. So that way he can't be killed, but she can.
You see,
he's an adult.
Counterpoint. Oliver got his fucking jaw and arm ripped off in season 4, so I don't think there is a problem with killing Oliver.
well, no, there is a difference between seeing it happen and doing it yourself.
I don't know.
That's what Japan always says, right? That's why in Japan, like, some things are legal and some aren't. Like, you can show a character like being brutally murdered in an anime, and that's like legal, but you can't do Mortal Kombat because you're the one doing the violent thing to the character, and that's why it's banned. Well, I think it's just because, like Snake said, you're literally the one doing it, so that is what makes it banned. Like if you're the one doing it interactively versus if it's, who knows?
I'm looking forward to when the Mauler twins get put in, because then that's presumably going to be both of them together, and they wouldn't take up 2 slots most likely, which means finally Tokon will have a rival in the 4v4 arena.
It already does with Duplicate. You can have like 12 characters on screen if you have like Duplicate multiply 3 or 4 times, and both people play Duplicate, and then everybody summons like their assists, and you have 6 fucking characters on the screen. And now you have Mauler twins, so Mauler twins, Duplicate assist.
That's your team. Your team is Mauler twins, Duplicate, and Agent Spider, and you're like, what do you think of this, Marvel Tokon? Look at all this.
We even have your Spider-Man in our freaking game.
It actually would be Josh Keaton.
Yeah, well, we don't know yet, but that would be fun.
Unless they somehow can't get him. There are some actors they can't get. But
it would be so funny if they got Yuri Lowenthal. So Marvel Tokon is Josh Keaton, and somehow like Agent Spider is Yuri Lowenthal in Invincible Versus. That would be so funny. I actually overall for a lot of these the list of these DLC characters a lot of them are more interesting than like the base roster we've had. A lot of them, at least. I actually really like a lot of these choices. Yeah. Obviously, I'm biased. I wish Dinosaurus was in the first pack. I think overall it's a pretty fun list. Did you know that they also leaked a lot of the skins in the game already? Like in the game files, like you can find.
Yeah, I saw some of those. Rex in a towel is amazing.
I gotta find it here because did you even see the video of it? Like, did you know how it's gonna work?
I didn't see the video. No.
So there's like prisoner, Powerplex suit, the common suits for like Lucan and Anissa. Oh, hey, here we go. I'll just send this. I'm not gonna show any footage of the leaks. I'm only gonna let people hear it because I don't really want to show it for. But here is like Rex and
Oh no! Not the cheating outfit. No.
The cheating outfit. He wears it multiple times. I'm not mistaken.
In the game, can you get Omni-Man's Viltrumite costume?
Yeah, if you beat the story mode, you get his Viltrumite outfit.
Oh, right.
The thing that I don't know how to get this, but I've seen some people have it online. There's the black and red, like the black and orange story mode outfits for the Viltrumites. I've seen Conquest with it, but I don't know how to unlock that outfit for everyone else. Actually,
I'm sure it's character progression because you get alternate colors from doing that. I got one for Mark when I got to level 5, which pretty much just doing the story mode will get you almost there. Just do one more fight, then he's level 5, and then you get another color. Interestingly, the first 3 colors, none of them are the blue suit. So I'm guessing that's going to be like at the end of his progression.
Blue suit, you unlock it out of the story mode. Like you've already unlocked it.
Oh.
Yeah. It looks pretty good, and it has some pretty cool.
I didn't see it on the. I didn't see it on the.
Oh, you'll
on the
find
thing
it
when I started arcade mode. I only had the defaults in the white, red, and black one.
Yeah, so there's also Young Cecil, which I think is pretty cool. It's like comic versions of Duplicate and Monster Girl. So it's just like it is so. This is what I mean. It's so unfortunate for them. It's like Street Fighter may or may not have leaked their next DLC. NRS games before the game is out, they leak their DLC. This is like the game just came out, and like probably the next 3 to 4 years of content has all been leaked.
Wait, who's number 2 in the thread?
That's a spoiler. You shouldn't know who that is.
Oh, right.
I didn't send the full thread. I just sent some of the images. Did you see the Rex animation, by the way? Did you see like what happens if you look at his crotch?
Yeah, it's like it's blurred out with pixels. It's cute.
Yeah. we just want to talk about some leaks because unfortunately, like, this happened, but the cat's out of the bag, so I felt like it's fine that we just talked about it here. But we are saying spoilers for this section basically, so that's why this whole part. I'm sure not a lot of people are going to watch this, right? You're all good boys and little girls. You guys are skipping this. You guys aren't going to find out what the next 2-3 years of Invincible versus content is, right? Right?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be that long. Oh, I think the best thing they could. Well, is that the best thing they could do? Because it would be nice if they could go, oh well, each season we're going to add another character, not on top of it, but just like push one of the other characters back to have another character instead. So there's always something new at least each season. But then people would go, yeah, well, I wanted to play as this character, and you push them back for this other character. So there's no winning here. It's really unfortunate that this happened.
I don't think it's bad, but I don't think it's that big of an issue because about like less than 10% of people are even going to find out about these leaks anyways, you know? The trailers are still going to come out. People will still... It's not like everybody is 24/7 online looking at leaks anyways, so I think it's...
When are the first 2 characters coming out?
We're not supposed to know, but I...
Oh.
If you didn't know, I actually literally had to help the developers hide that.
I was just thinking to try and try and gauge.
Okay, summer, fall, and winter.
It,
so summertime.
Okay. So it's gonna be roughly a year per season.
And probably every 3 months a new character seems like.
Yeah. So yeah, this does look to be like the next 2 years, 2 or 3 years of content. That's that's really rough.
They even have like I don't know if I sent it here, but they literally have like the Angstrom Levy model in the game and stuff like that. It's just like this is a huge.
Yeah, but they attach it to the Powerplex, right? So
yeah, in order for it to like make it work, but like his model is like in the game.
Sonic, is this after the spoiler section ends?
We're currently in a spoiler right now still.
Oh, we're still in it. Okay, because you have to bleep that one character.
No, we're still in spoiler. When we end spoiler, we'll end spoiler. I mean, we are in the 3-hour mark, so unless you really...
Q&A.
Oh my gosh, please.
It's 3 hours. We're probably going to wrap up.
Yeah, we can add so much more in the next episode. Like, there's already a lot I have to add. But spoiler section ending now. Hello, everybody back? Okay, we ended the spoiler section. Okay, we're back. We're back in the multiverse. We're back in the base universe, guys.
Thanks for tuning in. That's the end of the episode.
Probably, yeah. I guess that's how we want to end the episode. I hope you guys will enjoy the Mortal Kombat 2 movie because that's going to be the next topic we're going to be talking about.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Gotcha. I can do that. I can make sure I watch that.
What format are you guys going to watch it in? Are you guys watching it in normal format or IMAX?
Well, I was just going to say there's a theater like 1 minute from where I live. So I'll probably just go to that one. It's not anything fancy. It's just a regular theater. But as a result, it probably doesn't have a huge... I can probably still get a ticket even today and still have a ticket on time. I probably won't have to worry about not having any popcorn buckets left when I get there, if they even have any. We'll see if they even do that.
You eat popcorn when you watch a movie. I see.
Well, I want to do the Shao Kahn bucket with a stupid openable head.
Oh, that one. Oh, you're talking about the merch. Yeah. I hope we have merch here, please.
And the drinking cup looks cute, too, with a little katana chair and little Johnny Cage chair sitting on it is cute.
Yeah.
I want the Shinnok amulet.
Oh, yeah, that too. The popcorn bucket has me nervous that it's going to, cause a lot of chaos for people because it has a little openable head for the top of his helmet. And popcorn buckets are not very heavy. They're, infamously light. So I can see, throwing that open to get to the popcorn and the momentum, swings the whole bucket. I can see that happen to everybody. Because the bucket's too heavy and it flips everything. Anyway.
Well, to be fair, are you actually going to put popcorn in there, or are you just going to put it behind your?
I'm going to fuck it. That's what you're going to ask, right? Yeah. Going to get all buttery. I'm gonna go in there. Yeah, I beat you to it.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Ask that,
that's the ending of our episode. So see you later. See you after Mortal Kombat 2. Hope you guys love it. Bye.
I didn't get to answer the question.
Oh, so
Yeah, that's the answer to the question.
I don't think there's an IMAX anywhere near me, so I'm just going to watch it normal.
Aw,
There you go.
man. That's unfortunate.
Good boy.
I mean, if I can, I mean, I might not be able to, because normally I watch films with my friends, but I don't know if I'll be able to do that this week with the timing, but I'll try.
I have scheduled this with my friends like a month early. I'm like, May 7th, guys, you better make time for me. Make time for me, friends. May 7th. Because, like, the director has, and also so the producers are always just like, you got to watch it in IMAX because there's that little bit of that, like, extra content for, like, the super Mortal Kombat fans, and they're going to notice it only in IMAX and stuff like that. And I'm so curious what the fuck they're talking about.
That's fucking dumb, because you don't get home releases for IMAX versions, so that's
do.
just going to become lost media.
No, there are some movies that do that. I've noticed. I'm like, oh, this is the IMAX experience. 'cause I watched it.
Yeah.
Heh. I watched Sinners in IMAX in movie theaters, and then when I watched the online version, I'm like, oh, it is full screen. There's no like letterboxing and stuff like that. That was what I saw in the movie theater and stuff like that. So it depends, but I hope Mortal Kombat releases in IMAX like digitally, streaming, legally.
Skylar White, yo. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, that's 3 hours and 17 minutes. And whoa, look at that.
Guys, I'm true underdog.
Demonetized. We done, unfortunately.
Yeah. You know what? For once, entirely fair.